Oh, and just like that, the weekend is over and the week is upon us, and we couldn't be happier to see you. A very good morning. Welcome from my side. Good morning, my friends. You look amazing this morning, ready to own it.
Absolutely, and ready to celebrate today. It is a Monday, it's the start of a new week, and we just want to wish all of our Muslim followers a blessed Eid. Eid Mubarak to you and yours, and we extend our warmest wishes to each and every one of you. May the sacrifice and that you've put in the last few months, or the last month rather, and this sacred day really brings so much joy and peace to your hearts.
Oh, I love it. I was driving around quite late last night, of all things, looking for a pharmacy, and there were so many people out. There was such a feeling of connectedness everywhere. I love this. I hope you are having the most connected time right now, and on your individual journey, finding that kind of spiritual fulfillment that you're looking for. So as we come together in celebration, may the light of Eid shine brightly on your lives, bringing love, unity, and countless blessings. So let this beautiful moment remind us of the strength of family, the beauty of giving, and the joy of new beginning.
Absolutely. Once again, Eid Mubarak to you and your loved ones. May your hearts be filled with hope and your homes with so much happiness. That's our wish to you. And I hope this Monday gets kick-started right.
Oh, well, speaking of kickstart, you might need one of those on the buttocks. First up, we are diving into the 2025 Two Oceans Marathon. It is upon us. Race manager Hilton Kearns giving us the inside scoop on what's in store for this iconic race. This is the big one.
I'm very excited for it. Then we also sit down with the unstoppable warrior Rick as he celebrates turning 60. What a milestone with so much strength and resilience. I'm excited to get into it. Look at him, 60 where?
Yeah, 60 for what? Then Tamina Daniel says in the kitchen whipping up a mouth-watering sweet chili prawn chaat, which I don't think you want to miss. And I think the kitchen's already smelling amazing, so it's going to be a good one. And then we're going to also take a look at the brilliant Reforest Fest, where music, art, and most importantly, conservation come together in the most spectacular setting on behalf of the most spectacular setting.
Oh,
Let's keep those green spaces.
Is that the mother city, low-key, best city in the world? What? Who said that?
We're going to see this country put her hand up. In fact, let's start that conversation right now with the country. So I'm going to say officially, good morning to all of you. Let's celebrate you on this Monday morning. What's the one thing that you never thought you'd achieve, but you actually did it? You pulled it off. Let us know via a voice note on 063-408-8863. I want you to be your hype person today. That thing that you thought was impossible. Maybe you had no right to do it. Maybe that was for someone else to achieve. Maybe it was something that your parents wanted to achieve, but they never were able to fulfill those dreams. But you went out there and did it. We want to hear from you. Pump yourself up today. It's going to be that kind of motivational Monday. You can hit us up on all of our socials. Drop us a voice note. We'd love to connect with you. As always, a lot to recap after a busy weekend. I'll touch on the sport in just a moment as Carissa gets into the news now.
Thank you so much, Graham. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's start off with your Monday national news first. Now, as of tomorrow, South African employees earning above 261,748 Rand annually, or 21,812 Rand per month, will no longer be covered by certain provisions of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. Now, this includes regulations on overtime, Sunday pay, and work on public holidays. Labour expert Malisela Ledwaba explained that the act is intended to protect vulnerable, low-earning workers. Ledwaba emphasised the importance of protecting those who need it most, ensuring they can access forums like the CCMA to enforce their rights. In other national news, the Western Cape government has applauded PRASA's trial operations on the Cape Town to Chris Hani rail line, which was suspended in 2019 due to vandalism and illegal activity. Now, the line is vital for public transport, and its restoration will ease road congestion and improve mobility. Provincial Minister Isaac Seleko highlighted the importance of this rail service for economic growth, mobility, and the community's dignity. Now, with the line now being rebuilt, PRASA aims to overcome the challenges and provide a vital lifeline for thousands who depend on the service daily. Now, let's take a look at your international news making headlines, where Sudan's paramilitary RSF leader Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo has vowed to return to Khartoum after his forces were largely driven away by the army. Despite their withdrawal, Dagalo remains determined to continue the fight, promising a stronger return. Meanwhile, the army consolidated its hold on the capital, including significant control over Omdurman. The ongoing war has caused immense suffering, with over 12 million displaced and widespread hunger. The military clashes have taken a devastating toll on the country, which faces a power struggle for civilian rule. Meanwhile, Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara has appointed 23 ministers in a newly formed transitional government, marking a pivotal shift from decades of Assad family rule. Now, the cabinet aims to foster inclusivity with key appointments from Syria's diverse religious and ethnic communities. Amid rising international pressure, particularly after recent sectarian violence, the new government signals a move toward rebuilding Syria's relations with the West. Despite these efforts, the government will not have a prime minister, with Shara at the helm of the executive branch. Closing off your first bit of news this morning, Public Works Minister Dean Macpherson has quite the hands on the visit to Limpopo. Not only did he inspect the much anticipated 380 million rand Limpopo Provincial Theatre in Polokwane, but he also got behind the controls of a bulldozer. Joined by Premier Poppy Ramatuba and MECs from all 9 provinces, Macpherson assessed key infrastructure projects, including the theatre under construction at the Bakone Malape Open Air Museum along the R37 between Polokwane and Burgersfort. Now, the 800-seat venue, set to showcase Limpopo's rich arts and craft scene, is expected to be completed by 2026. Macpherson praised the progress, and with jobs, culture and development in full swing, Limpopo's future sure does look so bright. So we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into that first bit of sports. Here's Graham with the latest.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with football, and the party not quite over for Man City just yet. They fought back to beat Bournemouth 2-1 to secure a record 7th consecutive FA Cup semi-final spot, but lost to Erling Haaland in so doing to injury. So Haaland scored after missing a penalty uncharacteristically before Omar Mamouche netted the winner for City, so they will now face Nottingham Forest. And elsewhere, Marcus Rashford's brace inspired Aston Villa to a 3-0 win over Preston, setting up their semi-final clash with Crystal Palace on the 26th of April. Quite a different looking final or next stage, but we are here for those kind of permutations in club football. Now let's turn to rugby, and quite a moment for Argentina as they claimed their first ever Hong Kong Sevens crown with a hard-fought 12-7 victory over France. That was in the final at the new Kai Tak Stadium over the weekend. So the World Sevens Series leaders extended their advantage to 12 points over Fiji with their 3rd straight tournament win, adding Hong Kong to their Vancouver and Perth triumphs in a very strong year. Now, speaking of which, let's turn to cricket and Nitish Rana's explosive 81 off just 36 balls. And Winyandu Hasaranga's 4 for 35, guiding the Rajasthan Royals to a thrilling 6-wicket win over the Chennai Super Kings in Guwahati. So the Royals, they posted 182 for 9 before Hasaranga's key wickets halted Chennai's chase at 176 for 6. So both teams now sitting near the bottom of the IPL table with 1 win each in a very high-scoring season this year. Now let's turn to tennis, and world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, she's captured her first Miami Open crown with a commanding 7-5, 6-2 victory over Jessica Pegula in Saturday's final. The Belarusian securing her 2nd title of the season after triumphing in Brisbane, bouncing back strongly from her Indian Wells defeat to ensure she didn't fall short again. Clearly that one still burning, but a brilliant performance in Miami. And that's where we leave our sport for now. It is the start of a blessed new week, so let's see if the weather's going to play ball.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's get into that first bit of weather for this morning, where severe weather conditions continue across South Africa, with scattered showers and thunder showers affecting most provinces. Now in KwaZulu-Natal, they're going to be experiencing the worst weather, prompting the South African Weather Service to issue a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms. Now, damaging winds, excessive lightning, hail and heavy rainfall leading to localized flooding are expected in the extreme northeastern parts of the province this morning. Meanwhile, the Steve Tshwete municipality in Middelburg, Mpumalanga, has warned motorists about potholes as well as hazardous road conditions following last week's heavy rains. Now, before we conclude your weather, we've got to check into that sunrise view of this hour. And Michelle, out in KZN, my goodness, what a morning view that you have given us today. Absolutely stunning, the way the blues meet the clouds and everything has just come together with that beautiful foreground and silhouette of the trees. Just reminding us that yes, Monday is here, new week beckons, a new month beckons, and also greatness is coming our way. 28 degrees is what you can expect on your side in KZN, Michelle, and thank you once again for sharing your beautiful morning along with us. Now, Expresso fam, we delve into that just after 7 and 8 o'clock. So now's your opportunity to take this number 063-408-8863 down and snap away and send and share your morning view with us. Let's have a look at your temperatures for the rest of the country to see what you can expect.
All right, I can feel it. I know the sun is out, but I can feel shade coming from one side of the studio. It's just, I can feel someone shaking their head. Oh, an absolute disillusionment. Lorenzo Durries is going to step in and explain to us what happened in Hong Kong. Not the best sevens outing for the Blitzboks, but Argentina roll on. So we'll get the inside scoop in just a moment. And all of this talk has made me hungry. Carissa, can we have some breakfast, please?
Not the double claps. Yes, we can. Pronto. In just a bit, we get into a smoothie bowl, and this is a strawberry wheat pix inspired smoothie bowl. It's going to be absolutely delicious. There's a reason why I have 2 spoons here, because yes, breakfast will be served straight after this. I hope you get yours ready and prepared, and we're going to get into feasting in just a bit. Feel good, fam. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning if you've just joined us. Where you been? Welcome to it. A brand new start of a week. I wish we could start on a happier note, but let's focus on Argentina, shall we? The 2025 Hong Kong Sevens marked another historic milestone for Argentina as they clinched their inaugural title, defeating France 12-7 in a gripping final at the newly inaugurated beautiful Kai Tak Stadium. And this victory not only underscoring Argentina's rising prominence in rugby sevens, but also adding a fresh chapter in the tournament's storied legacy. So congratulations to them. Not so much to Lorenzo Durries, who's feeling a little down in the dumps, just like the rest of us.
I'm happy. France didn't win, so it's fine.
Okay, there we go. So
there we
small
go.
mercy. We'll take it. But let's focus on Argentina, because they deserve every ounce of that attention at the moment. 3 wins this year.
Yes.
They've got it right. Can we call them a minnow? Can we call them... They are a big gun team. Surely now they have proven their status.
Look, the thing is, you've got football, which is at God status within Argentina, if I can put it like that. Maradona, kind of stands there. Messi, So it is second to that sport, but it is massive, and they're not minnows any longer. If you look at how Argentina has been doing in the Rugby Championship, they've taken the scalps of South Africa, they've taken Australia, they've taken New Zealand all the way to the end as well. So the Sevens program is working at the moment, and that's what's happening as the fact that teams are catching up with your bigger teams, if you could put it like that. There is no minnow team. Spain is doing marvelous on the circuit as well.
Is it a case of, and we can maybe follow America's example, of just putting the right structures in place? And we've seen what it can do for the 15-man fold if you've got that feeding system, where you've got big, fast boys coming through. You've got a tight 5 who can run 11-second 100 meters. We love that. We love that notion of. But it's also one of those areas, if you get the basics right, you can start to differentiate yourself. And they cover every element. The physicality is there, the pace is there, but I think most excitingly, you've got, it looks like that generational rugby joy, where they are playmakers, guys doing stuff on the field, but there is a love for the game.
Definitely. The Argentinians are nothing short of passionate. We've seen it before. The flair there, them playing. You can see it when the national anthem gets sung on the day. But I must say that the way they played this weekend, they capitalized on teams' mistakes. Just looking at that try as well, the crossover, looking at where players are trying to come through, and they were quite disciplined. They were a disciplined outfit this weekend, and that's what I'm loving, and that's what I would love to see more from other teams. In the final, Santiago Alvarez showing his quality, so well done to this team. They're really showing that the powerhouses of yesterday is not going to be the powerhouses of tomorrow.
Certainly not, and they are the powerhouse of today. I have a feeling that this season is theirs. Let's talk about the setting, the stadium, the Kai Tak Stadium. Absolutely amazing to have local teams playing there. To have Hong Kong, China playing there. To have teams, very small teams within the rugby kind of ecosystem standing up, having a full stadium of home support. What does that mean for Sevens rugby, dude?
Absolutely amazing. 50,000 people coming through. I had some mates that were there. I'm quite, angry at myself for not going through and jealous. They had a fantastic time just watching some of the videos that they sent me as well of everyone singing in unison, the music blaring, the DJ getting everyone involved. Nice thing about the stadium, yes, we're only seeing it for this tournament. The only other tournament that I could put close to this one is Cape Town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a bit biased. So
no, but I'd say they second. It's a global village, man.
So they second to us, even though people say it's a better party stand, and Hong Kong Sevens is the party capital when it comes to the HSBC Sevens. The stadium, absolutely amazing. Retractable roof. They've gone out. It's a stadium for tomorrow, built today. Again, using that phrase of what we could have, but we're having it there now.
It's starting to come
24
to there
change rooms within the facility as well. So they've made it like you love using that word, that ecosystem. They've made it friendly for everyone.
And sport will flourish there.
And it will flourish there.
I think they figured that out. One sporting team that didn't flourish there this weekend. And we know Sevens is so unforgiving, and once you miss a beat in some critical moments, was it a critical moment for the Blitzboks this time out, or were we just not maybe undercooked
Yeah.
a little for this tournament. How are you feeling about where the team is?
The Hong Kong curse continues.
Okay, there we go.
We've taken it now
There we
to the
go.
Kai Tak Stadium as well. The Hong Kong curse continues. We would like to do well, and you know what? There's a superstition in sports. Certain players wear a certain armband. They wear the same sock every
We were
week.
wearing the wrong underpants. That's
Yes,
the
yeah,
problem.
you need
None
the
of us
puff
wore
one.
our red underpants
Oh,
this weekend for
yeah.
the Hong Kong Sevens, and now
There
look
we
what
go.
happened.
The team did absolutely well against Uruguay. We struggled against New Zealand and Australia. We struggled against Kenya, and that's the thing about sevens. It's
But Kenya are
unpredictable at the
playing
end of the
very
day.
well at the moment
Yeah,
as
Kenya
well.
playing really well. We've kind of now, we're still in fourth when it comes to the standings itself, but I don't see us winning the World Series. I'd love for Argentina to take it. I am backing Argentina all the way.
And by that, he just means anyone other than France.
Or New
basically, is
Zealand.
what I'm picking up, yeah. I think you would probably take New Zealand over France, to be quite honest. I have a
I'm going
feeling.
to stick to Argentina and then Spain maybe as my second team. Would have loved the Blitzbox to be involved, but I must say that the Blitzbox always play all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And it's a team that I love, that I will always keep close. Just wish that they did a little bit better. But like I said, that Hong Kong Sevens curse, let's hope that in Singapore they do a little bit better. And that's
So what colour underpants next weekend? It's a green underpants.
Yes, a
for next
green
weekend. Okay.
underpants that you need to wear from Thursday already.
Don't let it be on our shoulders that this team doesn't do well. No, certainly beautiful signs within the Springbok camp, but it is a bit of a rebuilding phase, and I think we all have to accept that. But for Argentina, you are the reigning champions of Hong Kong Sevens. Well done.
Okay. Well, speaking about champions, you too could win some money. You could hit it lucky when you play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot. And it all goes down this Monday. So my only question for you is, what are you waiting for? Play now and you could make it rain lots of cash this March. All you have to do is buy your tickets when the stores open, or now you could head to the website nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app, there is cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash, and that is for USSD. Now, all these details, as per usual, on our Expresso social pages. You can find us at Expresso Show, and then Panda Push Up Play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot today, and you could just win a big payday. We just had a payday weekend. Imagine doubling that up. Tripling, quadrupling, a lot of numbers there. It's a lot of money that could be coming your way. But listen, what else is coming your way on your Feel Good show? Many good things, because we're talking all things to do with 2025 Two Oceans Marathon. We want to get you as prepped as we possibly can. So we brought in a race coach, a race manager. Yes, Hilton Kearns is going to join us in the building. Not only that, a biokineticist to make sure that you are ticking all the boxes when it comes to hitting the road. And Caitlin is going to come and give us all the inside scoop on what you need to be your best running self. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are dishing out the Feel Good this morning because the mother city, yes, Cape Town, is gearing up for the Two Oceans Marathon. Now, it is one of the most scenic races on the planet, and it's going down on the 5th and the 6th of April. That's next weekend. And we're catching up with race director right now, Hilton Kearns, to unpack what runners need to know ahead of this race and this big weekend. It is going to be incredible. Hilton, are you excited? I have to ask you off the bat.
Yes.
Why the hesitation?
The excitement will come. Excitement will come on probably closer to the weekend. At the moment, you're still very busy with
Okay, that's
race
fair.
prep and
That is
type
fair.
of thing. So
Yeah, lots goes into it, I
Yeah.
can imagine. I mean, it's a thrilling ultra marathon, a moment that many people work up to and get excited about. Even supporting on the sidelines, I think, is a very exciting one. So who do you think stands the chance of taking it home this year and winning that victory?
well, we've got a strong field in both the men and the ladies. You want to make those predictions, but then again, there's that famous thing, the commentator's curse. But we've got in the men, we've got returning champions, top three. The previous year's champion on Elba. We've got Givemore coming back. We've got Pitbull back. So there's a strong men's field. And in the ladies, Gerda back again.
course, yeah.
You've got Erwets Pansel, you've got Carla Molinaro again. All of these guys coming back. So in both of those events, strong field.
Yeah.
If I can organize perfect weather for the weekend, we probably have a record-breaking weekend.
I know the guy. I know the guy. Let me hook you up. Don't worry. But there's so many more exciting things happening in and around the race. I mean, there's the trail run, and there's also the Cape Town International Friendship Run. Can you tell me a bit more about these, and can people still get involved?
Okay, so we've got out for this year, we're bringing back the trail run. We've always had the trail run as well as the International Friendship Run.
Yeah.
So both of these events we're bringing back now for the first time since, I think, 2019.
Sure.
So the trail run, we've got two distances. A short one, a short distance, which is 12 kilometers or thereabout. And then we've got a 22-kilometer route.
Yeah.
This happens on Friday morning, the 4th, on Friday morning, starting at 5:45.
Okay.
With rolling starts for all of the guys. Sorry, not 5:45, 5:45.
Okay.
And then we've got the Friendship Run happening also on Friday morning, starting 7:30 at the DHL Stadium, where our expo is happening. So it is a 5-kilometer trot.
Okay, because when you said friendship, that sounded friendly.
Yeah. No,
5 kilometers.
It's just a trot. We don't expect you to run and break any records. It's nice, it's easy, it's rustig. Trot for our international visitors, and we've got this year in excess of 4,500 internationals participating across our events, from 100 countries.
Sure.
So we really, we are appealing to the international audience nowadays.
I love that. Quick question: the Friendship Run, is it still open? Can I also trot with you?
Yes, we're still taking entries for both the trail and the Friendship Run.
Beautiful.
So, and it's open until, like I said, we've got our expo happening as well. So up until Thursday, obviously, of the expo. I mean, the event's on Friday. So until Thursday of the expo, we're keeping it open.
Okay, we'll get into details of the expo because I know there's so much excitement building around this. But let's talk about safety. I know that as this comes around, people want to know that they're taken care of. Is parking sorted? What are some of the things to look out for on the day 4, 5, 6 of April?
Yeah, so like I said, there's lots happening. Lots of people wanting to make their way into those race spaces.
Yeah.
Yes, there is parking. We've got parking at the schools in the area. We've got parking at the UCT campus where our events finish.
Yeah.
And my advice to runners would be plan your route to the space. Be aware that there are road closures that will come into play. If you are late, you're going to struggle to get to the points where to the start precinct
Right.
In Newlands. Know how you're getting there. Know where you're going to park. Plan all of those things. If possible, make use of an e-hailing service
Yes.
to get you, to drop you, and to come and to be picked up when the event is done. Or if you're not comfortable with e-hailing, share a ride. Instead of 4 of us driving together in separate cars, let's all jump into one car.
Carpooling,
And
yes.
make our way to the event and park easy, park safely. Big thing, please.
Yeah.
Yes, we sort of bring the southern suburbs to a standstill on the Saturday and the Sunday.
Yeah.
But please park responsibly. You don't want to get back to your car and find that it's been towed, or get back to your car and find a few pink stickers flapping on your windows. You know, so.
It's not a great feeling after you've just come off the high of running something so incredible. Just very quickly, Hilton, if you can touch on the expo. I know that there's so many exciting things that people want to check out. Is it open to the public? Please give me more details.
Yeah, so our expo is at the DHL Stadium. It is big. It is, we're using quite an extensive amount of one of their parking areas.
Yeah.
It is very different to what we've done in the past. Like I said, it's bigger. We have got lots of exhibitors with all kinds of products for runners and the non-runners, and people just want to come along and experience and get into the running thing. It is going to be bold. It is going to be bright. It is going to be very different to any expo you have experienced to date. Be it ours or be it some of the other events that you may have been to. We've got our registration in a slightly different area than what you would expect it to be. You know, we tend to expect you arrive for expo, your registration first, and then you go into the shop. And you have your shopping experience. So we've just rejigged things a little bit. So you may have a little bit of a shopping experience first, and then you can go get your race pack. Or if you choose to still do it the traditional way, you could go and get your race pack and then have that stress off you and go and do the shopping. And like I said, you're in for a nice surprise when you get to Expo. Like I said, it's big, it's bold, it's bright.
Okay, well, there you have it. Absolutely love that, Hilton. You had me at shopping. I said, yes, I'm there. Sign me up. I think that the anticipation is definitely building as we approach 4, 5, 6 April. Yes, it is the Two Oceans, and it's going to be something like you've never seen it before. Bigger, bolder, brighter, according to Hilton. And it's not the end of our race chat. In just a bit, we are going to bring in a biokineticist to tell us exactly what we need for the day leading up to something so good. Hilton, thank you for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bolder, brighter, we might just be talking about you. In fact, let's celebrate you right now. And that was what I put to you guys first thing this morning. This question: what's the one thing that you never thought you'd achieve, but you actually went out and did? And I asked you to send us some voice notes. 0634088863 is the number to use, or hit us up on any of our socials. So let's see how you're feeling. I look as proud as punch today, but let's see how Lucy Bjerkes is feeling. As a committee of the Texas boys, we struggled to help these boys and their families raise funds, but we did it. The first 3 boys left for Texas on Sunday. Well done. There will be 2 groups departing Tuesday, Thursday. Funds for our biggest problem. We need more funds to get them to go. Pocket money as well, as they'll be in Texas month. We are so proud for all of them. Make us proud, all the way from Bishop Lavis, representing South Africa and Texas Dallas Tournament Cup. And look at that beautiful photo. Ready to go conquer. Well done. He's even got a picture of me on his bag there. Look at that. That's amazing. No, it's not. All the best of luck, guys. We are behind you 100%. Geraldine weighing in. Good morning, Expresso fam. When I was in my 20s, I wanted to live in New Zealand, so I attended the immigration seminars. Then 30 years later, I got the opportunity to live in New Zealand for 4 years. To top it all off, I also got a job at Auckland City Hospital. Wow. So when I returned to SA, I had international work experience under my belt. This was a dream come true. I love full circle moments like that. Well done, Geraldine. Let's squeeze in one more if we can. Absolutely inspired. Nama Bana saying good morning to our awesome Expresso teams. Right back at you. I love how this post is encouraging us to reflect on our achievements. It's amazing how far we've come. Yeah. My late husband and I made sure our children had good education and achieve all their goals. Now they are married and have children and are doing the same. Oh, that wheel turns. Thank you so much, Nama. I love you. I love your kids. I love all of you. Why? Because hopefully you are loving yourselves just a little bit more this morning. If you can, give yourself a great big pat on the back. Well, maybe that big achievement is around the corner, and it's the Two Oceans Marathon. We've got Caitlin stepping into studio in just a moment. She's a biokineticist, and she is going to help you get optimal preparation in for the big race day, what you need to be aware of. And Carissa's going to be put through her paces. Then we are back in the kitchen to whip up a delicious strawberry smoothie with our wheat bix. Oh, there is a whole lot of flavor and nutrition going on in this bowl, and we'll tuck in on the other side of this. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day.
For over 50 years, Natura has helped families heal naturally. Now it's your turn to experience the magic. Win one of 10 Natura wellness packages plus a 1,000 Rand sorbet voucher. To enter, follow Natura on Facebook, comment on the competition posts, and tell us how you use or want to use Natura, and tag a friend who deserves some natural wellness. Nurture your health naturally. Competition closes Friday, 11 April. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show. Welcome to it. Good morning. If you've just woken up, this is Expresso on S3, and we're about to get real warmed up right now. A little bit chilly in the mother city, but don't worry, we're going to definitely anticipate something great right here, right now. It is the Two Oceans Marathon just around the corner. Effective race day preparation is what we need, and of course, it becomes paramount. So this morning, we're joined by biokineticist Caitlin Miles from the Sports Science Institute of South Africa. Now, with her extensive background in orthopedic rehabilitation and chronic disease management, Caitlin is here to offer invaluable insights to help runners optimize performance and minimize injury risks. Yes, today I identify as a runner, so I will do this along with you. Move some stuff out the way. Let's do this.
Yay.
Caitlin, good morning.
Good morning. It's
All
so
right.
good to be here.
Yes, it is good to be here, and it's good to also just gear ourselves up for the 5th and the 6th, even the 4th, 5th, 6th of
Yes.
April. Some really exciting things going down in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Where do we begin to warm ourselves up for approaching something like the big race day?
Okay, so first of all, your race day prep starts today.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that during the week leading up to race day that you don't do anything new, you don't do anything intense. You want to love your body a little bit more, give it the mobility that it needs, prioritize stretching and comfort and all of those types of things. So very important, nothing too intense, and don't do anything new.
Okay, you don't want to shock the system
No,
a couple
definitely
days
not.
beforehand. Okay,
Yeah.
so when it comes to maybe warming up,
Yes.
stretching, is it the dynamic moves or
Yeah.
what do we do?
Okay, so warm up for the day is very important. That's going to set the tone for your race. Obviously, there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of adrenaline going. You don't want to go out too fast, so we're going to use some of that energy before we start to
Right.
prep the body for the race. Okay, so we're going to go through some things
Let's
now.
do it, Kate. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start at the head, take the arms forward, just swinging the arms, getting some dynamic movement, and we're going to rotate towards the back. There we go.
I mean, this already feels great.
Yeah, I mean, wake the body up.
Literally, I needed that.
Okay, and we're gonna get some rotation going because we know that the body is not a linear product. So we're gonna keep rotating through. Then we're gonna take our legs nice and wide, take the arms out to the side, and we're gonna reach down, and you should feel this sort of in the hamstrings and on the sides of the body.
Yes.
Beautiful. Look at you go.
Yes, windmill. Let's go.
Lovely. Okay, and then coming up to standing. This requires a little bit of balance. So we're working on some proprioception, but also just making sure that we are mobilizing the hip joints. Okay, and let's go to the other side.
Okay.
Good. Try focus on
This leg is
something
harder,
in front
actually.
of you.
Trying to focus on our cameraman.
There we go. Okay, good. And then we're just going to mobilize the ankles.
So is this just before taking to the road, or is this
Yes.
before?
No, about 5 to 10 minutes before you're about to take the road. Just prepping the body, making sure that there's nothing holding on to tension, no aches and pains. And then we're going to go into some activation, so making sure that the muscles are prepared for movement. So we're just going to start feet hip distance apart. We're going to go into a nice squat, nice and slow. And as you come up, I want you to squeeze the glutes, pressing through the heels and coming into this straight position. Good. So control down and coming back up. Beautiful. We're going to do one more. Nice. And squeezing the glutes, engaging the abdominals as you come up. Perfect. Now we're going to go into some single leg movements. So single leg position, controlling down into a single leg
You see now
squat.
that? Okay. Let me
I
concentrate.
know, but you can modify this position by putting your foot behind you.
No, let's try, Kaylin.
Okay, let's do it. I back you. Okay. There we go. So control down. There we go. And coming back up. And as you come up, engaging the quads, engaging the glutes, engaging the core, growing tall through the top of the head. Beautiful. Can you feel that already?
Concentrating so hard
There we
right
go.
now.
Obviously, if you've never done something like this before, just make sure that you are modifying to suit your needs and capabilities. There we go. Okay, let's move
Okay.
over to the other side. The mats also are a little bit unstable.
Yes, let's blame the mat. It's not me.
Yeah, it's not you. Definitely not. So controlling down. There we go. Perfect. Engaging the glutes, engaging the quads, all of those muscles that are needed to get you through this race.
I love this. You know what? This is also sort of meditative, where it kind of drops me into my body and I'm like, okay, I'm here in this moment. I'm present. Let's get this. Let's do this. Ah, Helen, that felt incredible. Thank you so much. When you have a biokineticist in the building, they're going to make you do something different, all right? And that was absolutely beautiful. If you are prepping for the big day, please include this dynamic warm-up in something that is going to be legendary for you. I mean, you've worked so hard to get here, you might as well put in all the prep that you possibly can. Speaking about prep, let's head to the kitchen to see how your breakfast can be sorted for that day.
Well, as always, so proud of you because you do sports, girl, and you are conquering sport after sport after sport. Now, I will tell you, the game changer for me when I did the Two Oceans, it were two people, good Samaritans, who ran out of their houses, literally. One with little steamed potatoes and another with bananas. Your nutrition on race day, before race day, after race day, vitally important. Now, how does this sound? Creamy, refreshing, and packed with the right kind of texture. The strawberry wheat bix smoothie bowl is a fun and, yes, delicious way to enjoy your favorite breakfast cereal with a bit of a twist. Blended to perfection and topped with vibrant ingredients. Perfect way to brighten up your morning. Never mind just on race day. You can do it whenever you want. And I need a wholesome friend to go on this wholesome culinary journey with.
It's me, I'm the wholesome friend.
And I've seen those mats before. They are super dodgy to try and stand on. In
for
fact, I'm
backing me
falling over
too.
them all the time whenever I walk across the
Have you
studio.
ever tried one of those before?
It's crazy. No, I'm just amazed at your progression over the last few months because you're just
We're
throwing
trying.
yourself into everything.
The year of yes, Grace.
Yeah, and I think there's a lesson in that. You can literally do anything if you just focus yourself, just like you can make yourself a smoothie bowl
This
right
looks
now
delicious
with
as
the right
is.
kind of help. No, it really is. There's nothing to do, really.
Okay.
We're just going to put and meng. So we're going to
Everything.
take 2 of those,
Love
I
it.
think 3, and we are playing a game, a dangerous game here. Okay,
Because
these
there's
are
so
wheat
many
bix.
other
I know.
things.
We want space. Okay, we know wheat bix fills you up. We've got some strawberries. Go for maybe half of that. We can
Okay.
always bolster it up. We've frozen them, and I think this is a trick my mother and maybe every mother on the planet has taught their child. When stuff is getting towards the end of its shelf life, freeze
Right.
it
I love
and use it in
that.
the smoothie, just
Bananas?
like bananas.
All of it?
Yeah, so
No?
as much as you can fit, girl.
Okay, let's
I
go
think,
3.
And with a smoothie bowl, you know the stuff that you enjoy. So like let that carry the weight
Some
of the flavor
blueberries
profile.
with the strawberries, incredible.
Completely, or you could even add them afterwards for little bursts, pops of flavor. Then we've got some beautiful yogurt going in there as well. We are using maple syrup, which it sounds a bit weird, but it's kind of, it leans towards the savory for me. It's just got a slightly
get
less
that.
intensely sweet flavor profile. Go for honey if you want. There are some sweeteners out there that might be your vibe, but a little bit of sweetness does help.
And then the
some milk.
liquid.
And then, of course, you can go the oat route. You can do whatever works for you, boo. Then we're going to just blitz it all up together. I did see what you were trying to do there. Quite a fancy spin. And you were
little-
just, like you were going to stand back and just watch the whole thing.
My hand betrayed me, man. We'll try again next time. All right. Let's
You'll
go
get
in.
there.
3,
Let's
2, 1.
buzz it. Now, with that vibrant sound, you want your day to have the same level of energy and vibrancy. And this is the most wholesome, whole wheat goodness that you can start with. And wheat bix high in fiber, obviously, and 97% whole grain.
I like
If you eat
97%
more whole
too.
grain, you can actually even string a sentence together here. It's amazing. That looks beautiful.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, we've got a couple of little surprises in there. I told you those strawberries, they want to make their presence known. They're like, this is a
I like
strawberry
that.
recipe. No, I do. And then we're going to finish it off. I'm going to let you, as creatively, there's a little example, but you
I like
do
that.
you boo.
Okay.
And now there are a couple of boxes that need to be ticked for me in terms of being a parent and for my own health perspective. Free from preservatives and colorants, massively important in the cereal space. Wheat Bix is all about the simplest of ingredients to fuel your day. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just improve a little bit. And whether enjoyed with warm milk, with yogurt, with fresh fruit, Wheat Bix is a versatile breakfast staple for the whole family, and we are proving just how versatile you can be with it. Nice.
Incredible.
Hey.
How you like it?
I like it. Your A-type coming out there just a
Yeah,
little bit.
just
We
a
shall
little
have
bit.
rows. Everyone shall stand in a row and be
100%.
equal. Do I need to measure the rows to make sure that they are equal in that? Oh, look
Please
at you
don't do
being
that.
maverick now.
Oh, no.
Hey,
It was
wow.
supposed to go everywhere.
See, I use these cooking experiences to gauge where you are mentally in your day. And at the moment, I'm like, "Phew, we could go anywhere. This day
Please.
could go anywhere. That looks exquisite. Well
Great way to start your
done.
Monday. I love a smoothie bowl. Sometimes I would add less liquid to make it thicker, almost
For
ice cream
sure,
texture.
for
And then you
sure.
can really dig into it.
I like this. And you could even crumple some more Wheat Bix on one side if you wanted to, just to
could.
be extra fancy.
You know
That
what? Why
is
not?
beautiful. And now you've got a little added flavor in the Wheat Bix as well. So even if
some
you're just
texture.
adding milk, there is still something different. But imagine that
Oh,
on
that was a
your
great
race
idea,
day.
Greg.
Absolutely beautiful, loaded with the right kind of nutrients, and
Yes.
it looks amazing. Well done.
Yummy.
There's
I
a
taste it
spoon.
now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all yours, in fact, because you did make it yourself. Just for yourself, because you've earned it. Nice.
That's delicious.
It's good.
I think I can take on it right now.
Yeah, well, there's one coming up in about a week. We will find out whether you can still enter. No, there's going to be inspiration left, right, and center this morning. It's a motivational Monday. We want to hear from you why you love yourself and what you've achieved. Warrior Rick is going to be stepping into studio, turning 64. What? You want motivation? He is going to bring it to you. And then we're going to meet Lauren Lee as well as she steps in with brand new music.
Oh,
we are so
lovely.
excited. Am I allowed to taste?
I think you can. I think you
Start your
deserve it.
day with Bacomo and start winning. Enter the Bacomo Powerball competition and stand a chance to win your share of 3 million rand in cash and prizes. Buy any participating Bacomo cereal, upload your till slip to Bacomo's WhatsApp line at 074 666 0900, and you could be selected to play live on the Bacomo Powerball game show, where even bigger prizes await. Competition closes 4 May 2025. Entry details and T's and C's at bacomo.co.za.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. She can't talk because her mouth is full, and that's what we want on a breakfast show like this. We also want motivation. We mentioned Lauren Lee back with new music, no caption needed. You'll understand what I mean in just a moment. Then Warrior Rick, the ultimate warrior, and Monday Motivation steps into studio just for you. We'll see you now. And?
Cheers.
Hey? Okay, I am having some. Sorry.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We promised you new music from a sensational artist, and she is back. Lauren Lee is here with brand new music, and apparently no caption needed. You will understand. She is a phenomenal talent, and we love the fact that she is back in a, I'm going to call it a home away from home, because it's been a minute. Can we get a round of applause for Miss Lauren Lee? Pew, 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 pew. I told you the vuvuzelas. We need the vuvuzelas in studio so we can pretend to have a live studio audience. My friend, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Very good. I'm a little bit nervous whenever an artist that we love comes with new music, with a new chapter, a new phase. I start getting overly excited. How do you feel when these sorts of gateways arrive? Because it's obviously informed by a huge amount of work to get to this point. So how are you feeling about this point in your musical journey?
How do I feel? I feel like, I don't know if all artists can attest to this, but or any creative, because I know we're very critical when it comes to ourselves. So for someone else, it will feel like, you've achieved so many things, but for me, I'm like, did I? I always question myself, did I?
Imposter syndrome.
Yes,
yes. It goes a long way in this industry. Yeah.
But I'm just grateful that I have another opportunity to create new music. Yeah, so I feel like on my journey, I'm like, I think I'm still learning all the time. So, but yeah, it's just that imposter syndrome that comes up all the time.
And it's there. And funny enough, for those that are really most looking outward in, would assume you've made it, you've ticked all those boxes, you must be happy with yourself. So that being said, what drives you? What is the fuel? If it's not this great sense of accomplishment, is it the sense of the unknown? What drives you to create in that space?
To be honest, I need a lot of driving, and
it's the whip.
So I love working in a team because it motivates me to actually work and do something. Because if I'm on my own and have to motivate myself, we're not going to have new songs.
There's a term, neurodivergent, and you can fit in whatever category within that, but I think you and I are cut from a very similar cloth. I just surround myself with amazing people. So talk us through what you have created with this amazing team. We have new music, and no caption is needed. But if I was to put a caption, what would the caption say? Talk us through the body of work.
So like I said, I work with a team, and what I like is the fact, like, so when you start with a project, especially as an artist, it's amazing to see the end product. I don't always like how we start because you can't really see the vision, but when you see the end product, it's amazing. So like I said, I have a team with me. I have a brilliant songwriter called Angelo Bagley, but his company's name is The Hit Bag. So I'm going to give him...
They are that.
So he wrote this amazing song, No Caption Needed. And I just came with my few little things on the song. Especially, I'm very proud of the bridge. I will be like, that's me.
That is
I was like,
my
that's me.
bridge. Yo.
Yes.
And I think the mastering of the bridge is a forgotten art in this algorithm-driven musical kind of landscape. So I'm so glad that there is an emotional journey in that. So then if you, I know, are not one to heap praise on yourself, but our theme of today is very much recognizing our own brilliance. So what are you proud of? Because I can see a number of boxes to tick there from my perspective, but I want to know from you, when you do look at what you've done, what does inspire you? What are you most proud of about yourself?
About myself? Let me think. So is it musical or personal?
I don't mind. I just want you to be proud of yourself this morning. No, you can drive that.
So I would always mention this because it was quite big for me when I went into my solo career, right? It's when I did my first concert, not even locally, I did it internationally.
As one does.
And that was amazing. And the fact that we were sponsored, like Emirates sponsored everything, our flights and you know what. So I would always say it's huge to me because I literally, if you didn't have a passport, that was the only thing you had to pay for. But everything was paid for, the experience was brilliant. But because I was so consumed about it being my first big thing in my life, in my musical journey, it was like, I didn't appreciate what it was coming with.
Now you understand.
Now I understand. Yeah. It was quite big, but in the moment I was like, I'm scared. Because how old was I? I was 22. I'm like, what is this?
But that's a paradigm shift. That's taking you from one reality and putting you in a completely different one. Don't worry, the rest of us will catch up. We'll join you there. I love the fact that you are still as humble as you are, playing with the instrument that you do. You are unbelievably gifted. I cannot wait to hear the new music and hopefully a little bit of the old, and you'll dip into some classics for us because we demand that of you this morning. But we love you. Well, you might not be that proud of yourself. We are that proud of you every single day, and we are so privileged to have her here. No caption needed. You can decide for yourself. She has got a powerhouse team around her, and Lauren Lee is here to give you a powerhouse taste of her vocal and, yes, some brand new music in just a moment. And I'm going to continue on that trend because I'm determined that every single person in this country will understand just how amazing they are. So I want you to dip your toes into those waters and let us know, what are you most proud of for yourself? It doesn't have to be even within your vocation, your industry. What are you proud of? I am so proud of the fact that I get to be surrounded by amazingly talented people every single day. That's what I have earned as my right. So I'm going to hand over to one of those amazingly talented people right now. Carissa, can we have the news, please?
Oh. Since you are so nicely, yes, of course, great. Thank you so much. It's just gone 7 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines first. Well, the KwaZulu-Natal's Human Settlements MEC, Siboniso Duma, has confirmed that land has been secured to build permanent houses for 1,069 families displaced by floods, and that's including those affected by the February floods out in Lamontville. Now, families currently housed in rented transitional accommodations will soon be relocated to new homes on 7 rezoned plots that is south of Durban. The MEC has worked with the Shallcross Ratepayers Association, and that is to address community concerns and ensure service delivery, including recreational spaces. The department is also collaborating with King Msuzulu KwaZulu-Natal for land under the Ingonyama Trust for Future Homes. In other national news, as of tomorrow, South Africa employees earning above 261,748 rand annually, or 21,812 rand per month, will no longer be covered by certain provisions of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. Now, this includes regulations on overtime, Sunday pay, and work on public holidays. Labour expert Malisela Ledwaba explained that the act is intended to protect vulnerable, low-earning workers. Now, Ledwaba emphasized the importance of protecting those who need it most, ensuring they can access forums like the CCMA to enforce their rights. Now let's take a look at your international news making headlines. And we start here. We're following a devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Myanmar. Rescue teams from across the globe are working tirelessly to save lives. The earthquake has claimed at least 1,700 lives, with the death toll in neighboring Thailand rising to 18. Now, efforts are underway in both countries, with rescuers detecting signs of life under collapsed buildings in Bangkok. Despite the tragedy, Myanmar's military continue air strikes, drawing international condemnation. Now, the United Nations and other global leaders have called for a ceasefire to allow humanitarian aid to affect the areas. Meanwhile, Sudan's paramilitary RSF leader, Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, has vowed to return to Khartoum after forces were largely driven out by the army. Now, despite their withdrawal, Dagalo remains determined to continue the fight, promising a stronger return. Meanwhile, the army consolidated its hold on the capital, including significant control over Omdurman. The ongoing war has caused immense suffering, with over 12 million displaced and widespread hunger. Military clashes have taken a devastating toll on the country, which faces a power struggle for civilian rule. And closing off your 7 o'clock news, we head on over here, where Richard Chamberlain, who has died at the age of 90, became a household name in the 1960s as the dashing Dr. Kildare, winning over audiences with his charm. He passed away in Hawaii one day before his 91st birthday due to complications from a stroke. Now, through his early film career, though it faltered, he found new fame in 1980s, starring in blockbuster TV miniseries like Shogun and The Thornbirds, where he delivered unforgettable performances. Now, his commanding screen presence made him one of television's most beloved stars. And despite career ups and downs, the multi-award-winning actor remained an enduring figure, captivating millions worldwide with his timeless performance. We'll definitely remember him and his family during this time, and his legacy continues to live on through the star-given movies that he's given us. So where we leave your 7 o'clock news, let's head into some sporting headlines. Here's Graham with the latest.
Now, they've had a tough season, but they're not done and dusted just yet. Let's focus on Man City and some cup action this morning. So Manchester City fighting back to defeat Bournemouth 2-1 and secure a record now 7th consecutive FA Cup semi-final berth. An incredible performance there. They did, however, lose Erling Haaland in the process to injury. So Haaland scoring after uncharacteristically missing a penalty before Omar Mamouche netted the winner. So that means City are up against Nottingham Forest next, and elsewhere Marcus Rashford's brace, they inspired Aston Villa to a 3-0 win over Preston, and that sets up their semi-final clash with Crystal Palace, that one going out on the 26th of April. And this is why we love the FA Cup. Surprises around every corner. Now, this one wasn't a massive surprise as we head to Hong Kong for the HSBC 7 Series, and Argentina have done it again. In fact, 3 now under the belt this season. They claimed their first ever Hong Kong Sevens crown with a hard-fought 12-7 victory over France in the final in a brand spanking new Kai Tak Stadium. So the World Sevens leaders at the moment now extending their advantage to 12 points over Fiji, and their 3rd straight tournament win, adding Hong Kong to their Vancouver and their Perth triumphs. They are kind of looking unstoppable this year. Now, speaking of unstoppable, the IPL has served up a lot of runs and some major moments, even at the bottom end of the table. So let's start there with Nitish Rana's explosive 81 off just 36 balls, and then one Nindu Hasaranga's 4 for 35, guiding the Rajasthan Royals to a thrilling 6-run win over the Chennai Super Kings in Guwahati over the weekend. So the Royals posted 182 for 9 before Hasaranga's key wickets halted Chennai's chase at 176 for 6. So both teams now sitting near the bottom of the IPL table with just one win under the belt, but showing some signs of what they could achieve. Now let's get back onto court, and there is a reason why she is #1 in the world right now. World #1, Aryna Sabalenka, she captured her first ever Miami Open title, and she did it in style. She's been building throughout the tournament, and it came to a head 7-5, 6-2, her victory over Jessica Pegula in Saturday's final. The Belarusian securing now her second title of the season after triumphing in Brisbane already, bouncing back strongly from that loss at Indian Wells. You can see the fire burning in her to get back on track, and well, her 2025 is very much on course. And that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines again at around 8 o'clock. Let's get into our weather.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's head into your weather once again, where there's some unfortunate conditions. Severe weather conditions do continue across South Africa with scattered showers and thunderstorms, and that is affecting most provinces. Now, KwaZulu-Natal is experiencing the worst weather, prompting the South African Weather Service to issue a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms. Now, damaging winds, excessive lightning, as well as hail and heavy rainfall leading to localized flooding are expected in the extreme northeastern parts of the province this morning. Meanwhile, the Steve Tshwete municipality out in Middelburg, Mpumalanga, has warned motorists about potholes and hazardous road conditions following last week's heavy rains. Excuse me. Well, before we close off your weather news, you know the deal. What we have to do is head into our sunrise view of the hour. And this, once again, is a beautiful, beautiful morning view sent through from Michelle out in KZN. Listen, there is something in the water in KZN this morning, because from the 6 o'clock pic to this one, we just keep on stepping it on up. Thank you so much to Audrey. Audrey from Ebecha. Really appreciate that gorgeous image that you have shared with us. And we prompt you to do the exact same. 8 o'clock is where we delve into it once again to make sure that we get your morning view right there on a national TV. For now, though, let's head into what you can expect on your side of the country when it comes to your temperatures for this morning.
Oh, now my hope for you this morning is a day as beautiful as those sunrise views. I want you to feel as good as if Warrior Rick, for instance, had just walked into the room and you felt that motivation, that buzz of energy. Maybe 650,000 Rand will do it for you. Well, that is actually up for grabs today. But how do you get your hands on it? Well, you've got to play Daily Lotto. There is a guaranteed 650,000 Rand up for grabs, estimated in the jackpot today. You could make it rain lots of cash, but you've got to play. So how do you do it? You can get your tickets in store. You can go go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app, you can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can dial *120 *7529# for all the USSD. It really is simple. Just do it. Go and shoot your shot, and we'll keep those details up on the Expresso socials, so you've got no excuses. 650,000 Rand up for grabs in your daily lotto jackpot. Good luck.
Oh man, I'm crossing fingers for you, but I feel like all the motivation that you need is packaged in this individual right next to me. Warrior Rick is in the building.
Let's do this.
Let's go. I'm so excited. All I'm saying is 60 where? 60 who? 60 for what?
Come on now. Come on.
Because where is it present on this individual right next to me? Nowhere.
Thank you.
And we're going to find out exactly why in terms of motivation for your Monday, in terms of just packing in that power and resilience to make sure that you reach your peak and optimal self. We'll give you all the details in just a bit. And then, of course, Jamie's standing by for a performance too. So Lauren Lee, rather, is standing by with a performance. So we're very excited to get into that.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, the energy is up in studio because it's your Monday Moti, man, and we're diving into all things to do with putting you on the right track. Now, from marathons to motivational stages, I've got the guy to just do that. It is Ricardo Grissel, who's proving that age is no barrier to strength, to passion, and to purpose. A respected speaker and a loved guest right here on the Expresso show, Ricardo has spent years inspiring others to push past limitations, both physical and mentally. And now, as he turns 60, he is not slowing down, baby. Instead, he's running the Two Oceans Half Marathon on his milestone birthday, showing firsthand what it means to defy limits and also embrace longevity with energy. So please help me in welcoming the guy that will give us the secrets behind staying strong, driven, and inspired at any age. Let's get into it. Welcome, Ricardo. Oh my goodness, Warrior Rick in the building.
I feel that intro. You just, I told the guys backstage, I said, you know what? You gotta motivate the motivator. I just can't come in here fired up, and you've done it again. So there's, I got the coffee, I got the conversation.
Come on.
And now we're gonna do the courage. Now we gotta get through this, eh?
That's your part.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna hand over to you now, because it is that. It's like, who does the therapist talk to? Who does the motivator? Who motivates the motivator?
You got that right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, your 60th birthday is around the corner.
I can't believe believe it.
And
Where
we are
did the
soon-
time go?
You tell me.
I had
Because
no
it's clearly
idea.
not visible
No
anywhere on
idea.
you.
I've been in this country for 31 years. I met my
Yes.
wife here 31 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm still here. 4
course.
children, 2 grandchildren, and living life and loving life.
It's so crazy to say that because you look like a children still. Anyway, let's get into how you advocate for this younger for longer approach, which I really love the phrasing of that. What is the difference and why does it matter? Please tell me more about the thinking.
I met a gentleman, Dr. Duncan Carmichael, who runs Institute Healthy Aging, Institute for Healthy Aging. And what a wonderful guy. I was at a conference, I was listening to him and just enthralled by this concept of, what is anti-aging. And I never really ascribed to wanting to stop the process, but that's what anti-aging is. It's saying stop the process or reverse it, and that's not natural, that's not real. And when I started to talk to him, I realized that it's all about the things you do from a young age, your middle years, when you're 60, is to actually think about nutrition, think about movement, not gym, I didn't say gym, movement, prayer and meditation, and your social circles, where you're exploring, finding new ideas, finding your passion, working through different ideas with people who've got your best motives at heart. And I think, what I found is that the more you do that, the less you encounter disease, the less you encounter strife and pain and suffering. Because it's not about how long you live, it's how long you can live without the unnecessary pain.
Right.
So it's about building a base. It's about building a base that protects you. It's about building a base that actually gives you that fortification to keep going and keep going farther.
Oh my goodness, and we want to keep going. I've recently been watching this documentary on a streaming platform, and it's all around those blue zone areas in the world. And they touch on what you're talking about, where that mind-body connection is always there. Community is important.
Absolutely.
Eating well is important. Going for walks is important.
100%.
When did we lose sight of this? My goodness.
I think we were too hard on ourselves. I think we've stressed out on trying to get all the little nitty-gritties right, and what you eat, how you exercise, where you must exercise. And I think we've overthought it. And I think that's where the challenge comes in. We need to give ourselves a bit of a break, and also still be tough on ourselves at the same time. It's about
challenge
balance.
ourselves, right?
So it's the challenge, plus it's the retreat. It's that
Yeah.
constant push me, pull you sort of challenge that we have in our inner self.
Yeah, and that is why Warrior Rick is here, because he's going to show us how. Sometimes that balance, we miss it. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Plenty of
normal,
times.
right?
It is absolutely normal.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, when we have a plan, that's important. So you must write it down, plan, prepare. But if it doesn't go right, if it doesn't go according to plan, don't get so hard on yourself. Engage with people who love you and who want to engage with you to help you divert. Spanish has a wonderful word. It's called diversión. And diversión, can you hear diversion in English?
Yes.
It means to be happy.
Oh, I love
So
that.
diversion is to be happy.
Yes.
So expect the bumps in the road. Expect the changes in life. Don't run away from them. Stress can be good if you use it for your advantage. So you welcome it. You welcome the challenge, recognizing that at the end of the day, you get to rest, you get to try again, and you can look at that plan and prepare and shift things around if you need to.
I love that. Being flexible is also really important. Okay, let's talk about turning 60. I can't
are
even
just stuck on this
imagine.
60 thing.
No, listen, it is such an incredible milestone to get into. And for you to have this much positive energy, such a beautiful outlook on life as well, and encouraging others to do the same is so incredible. And you're taking on such a beautiful thing of running the half marathon at the Two Oceans this weekend. So just tell me more about embracing this new chapter. How are you feeling?
I mean, you've heard the term, age is just a number.
It is.
Right? So I think it is, don't harp on, how old you are. Celebrate your past.
Yeah.
Don't have regrets. Think about the lessons that you've learned. And so I think when I look at, how long I've been on this planet, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for where I live. I'm grateful for my wife and my family. I'm grateful to you, the fact that I'm just meeting you and having this engagement. Oftentimes we have parents who talk about stranger danger.
Yeah.
We need to be mindful of the fact that we only grow as a unit. We don't grow individually just by ourselves. No man is an island, no woman is an island. So I thrive on the fact that I'm gregarious. I thrive on the fact that I love engaging with people. And it doesn't mean that I'm always on. It doesn't mean that I always have to be, hey, turn on that motivation. Sometimes I need time for myself. Prayer, meditation, rest are critical to retreat and also to be able to bounce back. So I think that it's that kindness that you have for yourself. It's that empathy that you have for others that give you your strength. When you get the balance of strength and kindness together, you're in a wonderful place to be able to manage the difficulty, manage the hardships, because they will come, but they actually are for your good. They make you better. It is that intuition, that thing in your gut that you feel when you're doing things, you realize, well, should I go left or should I go right? These decisions can really cause mayhem in our heads. But if the gut tells you to go left, you should go left. It's because of the experiences you had. Einstein said it best when he said that information is not knowledge. It is the experiences, it is your intuition that brings wisdom. So keep building up on that, on those experiences. Have more time to adventure and explore so that you can learn more about yourself and about society.
Oh my goodness, I love him already. Please, can he stay? I'm so here for it. Aging is such a privilege, and it's so beautiful to hear your wisdom being passed down, and also that you're a living example of exactly what you're saying. They match, which is why I believe you even more. So, Warrior Rick, thank you so much for being here,
so
and all
welcome.
the best, and happy birthday.
Yay.
Here's to another 60 years. Let's do it, man. We're going to keep our eyes on your socials to see how you absolutely conquer this 21.
I need your prayers for Sunday, hey?
Oh, yeah.
21's a long way.
They're coming your way.
And feel free to motivate him out on the road. Go and pat him on the back and show him some love, not just birthday love, but the kind of motivation he spreads whenever he comes here. I love that, the soft and the hard, that kind of energy. I love his balance. So let's bring a bit of balance to your life right now, and a whole lot of emotion as we welcome Lauren Lee officially onto our stage with a performance of Insane Love.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Lee and this is my song called Insane Love.
When our hands touch, my heart melts for your warm touch that leaves me stupidly insane for your love. Can call me crazy, but I'm falling for you. Only you, only you, only you. When you compliment me, it's so hard to take. With the expectation of the worst, when I look in your eyes, I'm expecting to see that it's fake. Yeah. And you can call me crazy, but I'm falling for you. Only you, only you, only you. Hidden agendas, letting go of what I used to know. And under no illusions, I've been mistaken. I'm prepared to give it a go. Oh, for the love I found in you makes me want to be close to you. Thought that you would change, but you didn't. But you didn't. No, no, and you crazy, but I'm falling for you. Only you, only you. And you can call me crazy, but I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. For your warm touch that leaves me stupidly insane for your love.
Gentlemen, please, before I block you with my giant head, take a bow. You guys are amazing. How did that feel? Oh, I know, and she's going to be like this. When we speak about imposter syndrome, she does not understand how much of a superstar she actually is. And we are so blessed to have her here for the rest of the day. You are sounding exquisite. You guys are absolutely amazing. Bearing in mind, it's like 7:30 in the morning, and they are here just for you. So stick around. There will be another breathtaking performance and more new music on the way from Lauren Lee.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to what is proving to be the most motivational Monday ever. Life is full of marathons. Oh, the long game. Some we choose and others we are forced to get out there and grind away. Now, few people understand this better than Ricardo Grussel, a sought-after motivational speaker and just an all-round wonderful human being. Ricardo has faced life's toughest challenges with resilience, proving that setbacks are just set-ups for greater comebacks.
Absolutely, I love that. And he's been so amazing so far. So we've seen whether on the road in business or even in personal growth that he believes that struggle isn't something to avoid. We heard it from the man himself. It's something to harness and lean into. And today, Ricardo joins us to unpack the power of resilience, sharing how we can use stress and hardship to actually fuel and get over those roadblocks. So it feels weird even saying that out loud because how is this possible?
The corridor of uncertainty, my friend, where the magic happens. At what point does it become a mechanism and something that's a practical tool? And at what point are you just stuck in the madness and mayhem of your life? And I know I'm grossly oversimplifying.
No, sure.
But you've learned how to harness the stress. How do you do that?
I mean, I think it's, we talked about in the previous segment about, not being too hard on yourself. So you lay out a plan. Planning is future. So you're thinking, okay, so what do I want to do? I want to have family. I want to have children. I didn't plan to move to South Africa. That wasn't my plan. That was God's plan. Steve Jobs says that you can't connect the dots going forward, but the dots going back, you can connect them. I know why I'm here. I know why I'm sitting in the seat right now. And when I can enjoy the present moment, which is really the only thing that exists in terms of time, it is this present moment. And we have to start doing the planning, doing the preparing, but once you're in it, let it flow. Let it flow and get a feel for it. Pay attention, listen, observe, be mindful, which just means you're aware of what you're doing while you're doing it.
Present in the moment.
Present. And it's not easy, Graham. The thing is that as I say it, I have to remind myself that I just have to sit in it at that moment. There's a peace, there's a contentment. And Owen and I were talking about, he's 68 years old. He's been with the Expresso show since day one. What a wonderful human being. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, you look young, you look vibrant, but it's because of the way he speaks.
It's his energy.
His energy. And so he's got plans, he's preparing. He told me he's in the best time of his life because guess what? He's relaxing in it. He's relaxing
and he's also
in his
hitting his prime. And we're talking about Henny, who is our everybody's who is a magician here, technically, basically keeps our show on the air. He's absolutely amazing. Can I add to that? Sorry, Kurt. How much of this is driven by you knowing what you should be doing any moment because you are purpose-driven? I have a feeling at any given, I could wake you up. What's the plan? And you'd be like, okay, we're going to motivate people. It's because that's your purpose. How much of a role does that play?
Have you ever heard the term, it's better to be loud and wrong than to mumble and not be heard?
People say that behind my back, not to my face, dude. Yeah.
It doesn't work for everybody, but you're asking about me personally, right? It's about me now.
It is.
I don't want people to run away with this thing, but I'm an introvert, because there's nothing wrong with an introvert, nothing wrong with an extrovert or an ambivert.
Yeah.
But I've always been extroverted. I've always just thrown it out there. I'm an Aries. I'm in that period of ram your head and go for it. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but I'm not doing this for the outcome. I'm doing it for the lesson.
For the moment.
I'm doing it for the moment.
that.
I'm doing it for this purpose that I have is not for me. Purpose is not about me. Purpose is about service. So my passion that I got lost in, speaking engagements, having fun, playing sports, good at various things in academics, all of those things have now come together in a distilling of the passion, which is purpose. I found that that is my service to people. So as I'm getting lost in my passion, I'm seeing other people, children, adults, community leaders, they're saying, hey, I'm gonna try that. I'm giving them permission to fail. I'm giving them permission to try. And the older I get, I'm getting better at having that safety net ready. Because I can say, I've been through that pothole. You don't need to go through that. I've walked that path.
I'm just thinking for, you talk about the adaptability and how quick things are changing. For organizations, for companies to have purpose as the jumping off point, then everyone's going to know what's up.
100%.
Anyone in your organization will know where you are going. They'll have that true north. There is gold here in this.
Well, you know what where organizations fail is that they write it on the wall, they've got the big vision, the big mission, but they're not living it. And that ability to fail. You can't just delegate the work. You have to allow people
Give them license.
Give them license to find their own personal vision, personal mission. Get alignment. I don't have to be the vision and mission of the company. I need to find my own and get alignment. I don't want to be the same as other people. I don't want people to be like me. I want that diverse sort of work of culture and style and pursuits and all of those things to make this beautiful, messy, chaotic pot of stew that when you taste it, you go, wow, how did you get this together?
And it's so much more than the sum of the parts, because the magic is happening.
Symbiosis is there.
I want to have some of that stew. I want
Same.
some of that stew, man. I want some of that stew.
Okay, I'm taking down notes here. I'm trying to like pay attention because there's so much between the two of you, wisdom being thrown out. I'm hearing purpose. I'm hearing the ability and being okay to fail without judgment. I'm hearing alignment. I'm thinking about tools that, you know, somebody right now could use to really just embrace life with that posture of resilience and go for what they need to go for without it being held back by failure or fear of anything. How do people do this?
I was 29 years old.
Yeah.
I was in Los Angeles. I was going on castings. I was modeling. I was doing commercial acting. And South Africa was still not confirmed. South Africa was still not the way to go. I had to leave my family. I had this decision to make. And remember we talked about intuition. I didn't have enough experiences to decide that yet, especially a move all the way over the Atlantic Ocean and then due south. I fell into a slight depression. I fell into a dark space. There was nobody there to help me because now I'm out of university. I got my degree. You're doing well. You've got it going on. It's like, no, I got no idea.
Sure.
Sit in it. Sit in it. Find the peace. The only way you find the peace sometimes is to be alone. And it doesn't matter the age. You don't have to have wisdom to be able to breathe, sit, be at peace. Prayer, meditation, nothingness works as well.
That's tough.
And something happens. There's something happens. The penny drops, right? And when that penny drops, you don't even necessarily know it then. But as I said, I can go back to that same apartment that I was sharing with someone in LA, and I can look back at that time and go, I know why I went through that. One, because I never want to go there again.
Right.
And two, because it was my springboard. The hardship, the challenge, the difficulty, just in the decision, was my springboard, my catapult that brought me to Johannesburg, South Africa. And, you know, I'm grateful because as I look at the future, I know the future is bright. Things are moving faster. Things are speeding up. But I don't have to be in every conversation. The world has become very chaotic and very noisy. But I choose my battles. I thought about this the other day when I thought about how wars happen. Wars don't happen because of justice and freedom, but that's what we've been fighting for. Everyone's fighting for their own freedom and for the freedom of their family, community. But why is it that wars are fought only on power and greed? So stay focused on what you need for yourself to sustain yourself. Put your mask on first, then help others, and recognize that power and greed are not the things that we should be after. Those are not the things that are sustainable. They're actually insatiable.
Oh, buddy, you know, I'm having a realization as I look at your children face here, as Carissa put you. Absolutely amazing, but you're in essence no closer or further away to your birth or your moment of death. That doesn't exist. It's just now. You choose what you're going to do and how you are going to live in the now, and you do that every single day in the most inspirational way. Happy birthday, big guy.
Thank you, my brother. And I've taken on the challenge. I've decided I've welcomed this challenge even on Sunday. Why? Because it's fun.
Yeah.
It is
have
fun.
a good time.
I want to see at kilometer 20, see if he's still having fun. I love it. In life's toughest race, resilience is the ultimate endurance skill. And we absolutely love Ricardo. He reminds us that while we can't always control the course, we can control how we run it. And by embracing hardship, by managing stress, using that stress and navigating uncertainty with clarity, we equip ourselves to cross every finish line stronger than before.
I see what you did there. Absolutely love that.
That's the one.
Yes,
That's the one.
And with that motivation and energy, perhaps the marathon you want to run is renovating your home, man, or starting that DIY project finally. Well, now you can with Plascon and making it as easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's time for another episode of Handy Heroes, and we love you guys. This week we're at Build It Corner in Bloemfontein, obviously in the Free State, where the team shares some expert painting tips and some beautiful DIY tricks to elevate your skills. Plus, they are revealing, and it's kind of relieving in the process, while Plascon's Double Velvet is their absolute go-to product for that flawless finish.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Build It Corner, Bloemfontein in the Free State.
Build It is a store where you can get all your building and construction materials. So from paint to hardware, equipment, all you need in one store.
What makes me proud is our customer service. It's one of the best in town. What makes this the best hardware store in the area and in town is our customer service and our prices. Why this store is the best to buy Plascon, the people come in, they ask for Plascon. So it's one of our best sellers. Okay, what I love about Plascon is the variety and the colors, and it's a household name. Everybody loves Plascon.
Double Velvet because it has the velvet sheen finish, fully stain resistant and washable, and it has a spread rate of 10 squares per litre coat. Firstly, it depends on what project you are going to do. If it's a painting project that you are doing, first the preparation of your wall. What's currently on your wall, how does the surface look, do you need primer, is it only overcoating, and then from there on you give the advice. Overcoating is just a 2-coat application if it's PVA paint, because PVA can stick on top of PVA. If there's any areas with damp, you can use the Plascon damp seal, which also works as your binding. So then it cures your wall, and then you can just do your plaster primer and overcoat it with Double Velvet.
Build It Corner Bloemfontein, yes we can.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
And you do. Maybe you need to say that to yourself this morning. We've got this.
Yes.
You can, but we take nothing away from how difficult these challenges are, so we really do rely on our handy heroes. Thank you so much.
Well, we appreciate you, and also appreciate some entertainment news. You know what Rick said? Have some fun. And yes, we want to. When it comes to South Africa and Hollywood, we definitely want to update you.
We also want a little bit of spice.
Oh, you want some spice?
Just a little bit of spice.
Okay, I'll add some spice in
Yay
there.
or nay? Yay?
Absolutely yay.
Or
yes?
nay?
We'll get into it right now.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Hopefully that sinister laugh gave it away. We are getting into our entertainment news, and Carissa, as always, has a finger on the pulse.
Yep. That's
we
true.
want a little bit of everything this morning, please.
I will serve it up real hot and steamy. Let's start out with some love in the local space. Yes, in South Africa, we've been celebrating love. And Zozi Tunzi, absolutely gorgeous. Former Miss Universe. Yes, we're still on that high of congratulating her because she kept it a bit of a secret, didn't she? And then surprised her 2.6 million followers with such a breathtaking wedding reveal. Oh my gosh. And over the past couple of weeks, we've just been seeing these snapshots of a special day on Instagram. And for those that got a front row seat to this union between Luthando Bolawana as well as our girl,
he looked stunning as well.
He did.
Give
But
him a
Anela
nod,
Mdoda, I'm so jealous. Also Nomzamo Mbata, Connie Ferguson, they got to see this in person, Greg.
Well, I suppose if our Miss Universe, we want to see this, the ilk of guests such as this, but I think Zozi did this so that she wouldn't ruin everyone else's weddings in the time in between, because it's Connie, my girl.
Connie.
Oh, I miss you, Con. Please come back onto our show soon.
Yes.
We absolutely love you, but the setting is amazing. Everyone, as you would expect, looks exquisite.
Yes.
But there must be a lot of pressure on someone in this space when doing something like this, because everyone's expecting a curated fashion show after the fact, eh?
Yes, absolutely. And also expecting just performances. And she said, you know what, I'm going to do you one better. In fact, I'm going to sing. I don't know if anyone knew this, but she sings. She's got an incredible voice, a love song to her man, Luthando. And she said she was inspired by the local scene. In fact, Monet in particular, she wrote the song alongside him, another incredible vocalist and musician. So here it is. Look at them. She's so talented. I mean,
I love that. Can you imagine just being able to just casually break into beautiful song
while looking like a supermodel?
I know, gorgeous, but I would imagine she's worked quite long and hard. And working with Monet on something like this must have been quite a terrifying prospect for someone who doesn't step onto stage like this every day. So well done. That's a beautiful, very personal thing to offer your partner in that space. I love that. That's
very
great.
vulnerable, very stunning, and I'm so grateful that she shared those snippets with us, just those moments to say, you know what, South Africa, yes, I still love you, and here it is. All right, let's talk about other artists just doing the most. We've known that South Africa has really become a hotspot for internationals. Oh my goodness, to come through and just be like, we love the land, but also we love the people. Let's perform for you. It's become such an international destination for music sensations. I mean, we've seen Thames performing recently. Chris Brown performed recently.
His biggest ever concert.
Ever. Him flying there, like it was just everything. And recently it was announced that R&B sensation, singer and songwriter Summer Walker is also going to take to the stage at Rocking the Daisies in October this year. It's going to be so incredibly good. And then rumor had it, and it was confirmed, that international rapper Travis Scott is also going to be in the building, and that is around October the 11th out in Jersey at the F&B Stadium for his Circus Maximus World Tour.
I think, and he might have added this date on after seeing Chris's kind of reaction out here. But you don't know, so my son is a big Travis Scott fan.
Oh, is he?
You're going to see me and my all of 8 years old bobbing. I don't know, is there an age restriction? Surely there must be an age restriction on a hip-hop show, you know? Come on, I'm just going to have mufflers that I can just keep putting on. I am getting pretty good at muting on the radio. Like, you've got to know the songs really well, but that's amazing.
I love Travis Scott. And here's one for all the folks that have been to weddings, waiting for food, and hearing Kenny G in the background. Award-winning saxophonist is also going to be here for his highly anticipated comeback tour later this year. Can you imagine? The hair still looks great.
Oh, no, for sure, but you don't understand. So when you move into these classical spaces, suddenly their following, because it crosses generations, demographics, nationalities, these guys are the real rock stars of the world.
Absolutely.
They don't play in one lane. They can do any music, any time, any artist. He will sell out before anyone else.
100%.
He will, mark my words.
Those tickets is my family, so come on now. And then also this one I'm most excited about. Like, I'm just frothing at the mouth because on my birthday, Doja Doja Cat is going to be in town.
Get
Our
out.
South African queen is back and she's performing. In fact, she's headlining at Hey Neighbor. So if you're listening right now, Hey Neighbor, I would love to be there. Thank you. I'll see you in Pretoria come 29 August. It's going to be so fantastic. What a
Happy
great
birthday.
way to get into my Jesus here. Come on now. And then Megan Fox, we got to talk about her. No, she's not coming to South Africa, Graham. Don't get excited.
Oh.
But she did become a mom.
Oh, congratulations.
Right?
I don't know. I'm not actually going to celebrate that. I'm not.
Okay, well,
Sorry,
Machine
Megan.
Gun Kelly definitely is so excited about it. We've known her from Transformers as well as Ninja Turtles, and now she is adding mom to her list of incredible things she does.
Nah, she's cool. Look, let's just say she's hot.
She's hot.
She's a
man.
hot
She's a hottie.
property in Hollywood. We get that, but I like that she's got a bit of fire there.
Yes,
and her and Machine Gun
spicy.
Kelly, they kind of walk their own path. They got their own lane and they don't care. And I'm all about that. I love that. Well done.
Oh, they've got a baby daughter, and Machine Gun Kelly went live with this, just welcoming their little, what did he say, celestial seed, and said the 3rd of the 27th, 2025.
Well,
they actually had a miscarriage, and so back in 2023. So this is like a miracle baby.
Okay, well, my little glib comment just flew
Sorry,
out the
I
window.
had to.
It is a beautiful thing. No, that is absolutely amazing. I think we can remember most parents have a photo like this because that moment, comparing the size of your finger, your index finger, to that little hand or those little toes is just something solely, just, singular. Almost there.
So cute.
Almost there.
Ah, my ovaries, they can't handle it. They're vibrating. Beautiful news. And then, because I do actually love the Kardashians, let's close off with this one.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian said she's actually so done with her ex. Like, come on, Kanye.
Over
Get
Ye.
it together, Kanye. Oh, my goodness. She's saying that all the comments he's recently just tweeted as he does, just abuses the platform, to be honest. So just shocking and offensive, she said. She's so appalled by her ex-husband that he would use that kind of language, especially about Beyonce's children. How dare you?
I know, no one's allowed to do that.
Nobody's
I mean,
allowed
come on. But I mean,
to.
also, like, you're a parent yourself, dude. Come on, wake up. You know what? I don't want you to have to think about this any longer. It's just ridiculous. You should not be thinking of such
Not too
awful
much on
things.
Beyonce, guys. Come on.
Can we have prawns for breakfast,
Yes, you
please?
can, I
Go
guess.
find an auntie whisperer if you can. We need to understand the language of the aunties. No one goes after Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yes, I know we like to poke fun at these stories, but we do, at the heart of it, understand that there are real people at the heart as well. So when you're out there on the social media streets and dropping your comments, just be aware that nothing is completely anonymous. And yes, your words really do matter in the real world. So while we do poke a little bit of fun, we also take cognizance of the real people behind the story. So if there are any real people that you want us to track and find out more about, please let us know on our socials. We'd love to connect with you. But right now, I'm hearing a whisper that we might have found an auntie whisperer.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Well, let's get back into the kitchen. Now, we've had our smoothie bowls, but now it's time to switch the gears just a little bit. The holidays are all about good food, great company, and what better way to bring in that bold flavor than right now to your table with Mrs. Bowles' sweet chili prawn chaat. And joining us today is the hilarious Thamina Daniels, aka the Auntie Whisperer. She's a social media star, a cookbook author, come on, and a pro at bringing fun and flavor into the kitchen. Now, Thamina's ready to cook up something super, super special. It smells incredible already.
Thank you so much. And that's just the butter and the onion.
Oh my goodness. Thamina, where are we going?
Okay, so firstly, I just want to say that I must love you so much for you to come and drag me on Eid morning. And I must...
Eid Mubarak to
please,
you,
can we
my babe.
apologize to my mom because I'm missing breakfast today.
Wow, mommy, listen. She's got to feed the crew.
Yeah.
What can we say? We also want to celebrate Eid along with you. First of all, what is chaat or shat?
Okay, so it's basically like a coconut curry prawn dish.
Delicious.
Yes. It's super exciting, and we're going to make it very spicy because I'm half Indian.
Okay.
So we have to bring in that spice
I don't know if
today.
the spice is gonna be for us. Are we gonna try it? We're leaning into it. Where do we begin? I see the prawns are here.
Yes, so usually, it's so nice when you're on the show, then they do half the stuff
Prep is
already.
done. Yeah, let's
So
go for
usually
it.
we fry this in butter, so it gets brown, right? But now this is done. So now they've already started putting the ghee and the... Actually, is this ghee? No.
Okay,
it's
but
fine.
it could be.
It can also be olive oil, it can be butter, anything that you want to use. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our spices to the onions.
Lovely.
So this isn't necessarily something that a lot of people do. Because some people, they don't want to add these spices to the onions, they want to add it to the end.
Right.
Because you get more flavor out that way. But what we're doing is, okay, so now the other half of my family is Malay. And they don't
that's a great
necessarily...
combo.
Yeah, I'm Indian.
Come
It's
on,
like
Indian.
A mixed biryani.
I love this. I'm here for it.
So they don't necessarily want to have super spicy food. So what we're going to do is, that's why we add the coconut cream to kind of balance it out.
To temper the heat a bit.
Exactly.
I like this. So what have we added in? We've got turmeric,
fish spice,
Yes.
salt, and then this is ginger garlic.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
You can't forget that when putting this together.
Yes, and that's always the nicest smell. Like your ginger garlic and your onions.
to the next level now.
Exactly. And then we're going to also add in our tamarind paste.
Ah, delicious. So I remember growing up, I used to eat these tamarind sweets from the Bubby store. Yeah.
This is not it.
Not it, but it smells just as good. I'll have some of that, please.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to add this in, right?
Okay.
And then we're just going to give it a nice little roux. This is such an interesting utensil to use.
What would you prefer? I've got anything for you.
Because I'm basically an auntie at this point. Not that I have nieces and nephews, but just because I spend so much time with aunties.
Right.
So a wooden spoon.
Girl, you know what? I feel like it even adds to the flavor when you use a wooden spoon. Yeah.
Exactly. It
There's
gives it that
something
like
in
natural, right?
Yes.
Where like you're not sure if you're gonna now stir it or you're gonna slant someone.
Everybody's got to be on high alert when the wooden spoon is around. Too many memories attached to it. All right, so the spices are going, they're infusing. What else do we have here? Is this where this, oh, yeah, that's the spice. That's the spice, this one.
So this one is our Portuguese marinade.
Oh, it's not even spice.
No.
It smells spicy too.
And then this one is peri peri.
Okay.
I tasted before.
Okay,
so my
good.
finger is in it. But
That's
it's
fine. That adds flavor. Yes, Tamina, let's go.
So first we're going to add our tomato in. You can pass it to me.
I will do that because, please, I want to be helpful.
Thank you so
know?
much.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it always feels better afterwards when you're eating, when you know that you've
had your hand
contributed.
in it. You know
You're
what
like,
I'm
I cooked
saying?
this.
Come on. Well, if it's good. If it's not good, then you don't want to have your name
And you're like,
attached
no,
to
my
it.
brother did this.
It was him.
It was not us.
Blame him.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this together.
Yeah.
We just want everything to, mingle.
Okay, get to know each other a little bit more.
Exactly.
Right, where does the Mrs. Balls come in?
Yes, so we're going to add that next.
Next, okay,
All
which
of
one
our
do you
sauces.
want? My goodness, we've got options. Sweet chili, I assume. Original, even some jalapeno. Which one do you want?
I think we should throw in a few.
I agree with that decision.
Why not?
And it's a fresh bottle for you, let me tell you.
Amazing.
Let me open it. Okay, you open
Thank
it.
you so much, Mrs. Balls.
Thank you, Mrs. Balls. Shout
Sweetheart.
out to you. There you go.
Is Mrs. Balls a person?
Mrs. Balls is in fact a person. Let me tell you a bit more about her and what she gave us. Mrs. Balls' sweet chili sauce, which we're adding in right now, adds the perfect balance of heat and sweetness to any dish, just to elevate it a little bit more. Now, it is available in the 360-gram and 840-gram bottle, perfect for family meals and also festive gatherings. It is versatile. Let me tell you, she is the girl she thinks she is. So you can use it for glazing meats, for drizzling over dishes, or even as a dipping sauce. Personally, I love it on a grilled cheese, but that's just me. It's crafted with authentic spices. It delivers rich homegrown flavor without unnecessary additives. It is a South African favorite and classic in all of our homes that's been bringing families together since day one. She is generational too.
She's a woman of many talents.
Oh, I like that. Multi-talented, Mrs. Balls.
Exactly.
All right, we've added in the flavors. How do we wrap this up?
So I just want to say, I know it looks a bit yamakar because I did not use the spoons to measure anything.
That's fine.
But sometimes you must just...
Let your ancestors need you.
Exactly. You must just trust your instincts and go with it. And you also taste at the end and then you can adjust.
Absolutely. So we add coconut milk and we add our prawns that have been pre-cooked in some butter or olive oil. And that is chaat.
That's it.
That's it.
Super easy. If you want to impress your in-laws and you don't know how to cook,
This is the one. This
Come
is the
on.
one.
Can she come back? Thank you, Amina. We love you. We definitely need to be making more meals with you going forward. The Auntie Whisperer. And they definitely will approve of this. I know it for sure. Yeah? Well, you can find these recipes, this delicious prawn shot recipe on expressoshow.com. Are you ready for me? Can I do one last thing to feel helpful?
Yes.
Okay,
Please
let's
do.
go.
You've been so helpful.
Have
What are you
I?
saying?
Thank you.
Please, girl, back yourself.
Thank you. It's a motivational Monday. Back yourself in the kitchen too. I love it. ExpressoShow.com is where you get this recipe. It smells incredible.
If heartburn, indigestion, or UTIs are slowing you down, well, Citrus Soda is here to bring you relief and a chance to win 5,000 Rand every week right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, and entering is easy. Simply head over to Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram and answer the weekly question and include that hashtag Citrus Soda in your answer.
Yeah, and don't let the burn hold you back. Enter now, and you could be our next big winner. T's and C's apply.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and for this final hour, we got to kickstart things off with your national news. It's just gone 8 o'clock. This is where we begin. Well, national spokesperson for the police, Athlenda Matei, has raised concerns about the dangers facing unregistered community patrollers across South Africa. In a tragic accident last weekend, 6 patrollers were killed in Soshangubwe, north of Pretoria, during a clash with criminals. Matei emphasized that patrollers should work under police supervision to ensure their safety. She urged communities to collaborate with law enforcement to combat crime, warning that unregistered patrollers are more vulnerable. The deaths highlight the need for organized, registered patrols that can effectively assist in crime prevention without risking lives. In other national news, KwaZulu-Natal's Human Settlements MEC, Sobonisa Duma, confirmed land has been secured to build permanent homes for 1,069 families displaced by floods, including those affected by the February floods in Lamontville. Now, families currently housed in rented transitional accommodations will soon be relocated to new homes on 7 rezoned plots south of Durban. Now, the MEC has worked with the Shallcross Ratepayers Association to address community concerns and ensure service delivery, including recreational spaces. The department is also collaborating with King Misuzulu KwaZulu-Natal for land under the Ingonyama Trust for future homes. In your international news making headlines, tensions are escalating in Zimbabwe as President Emmerson Mnangagwa prepares to run for a 3rd term in 2028. Now, former liberation fighters are urging protesters against his leadership, calling his deputy president, Constantino Chiguane, to replace him due to the country's struggling economy. Now, analysts suggest the situation mirrors the 2017 political events that led to Robert Mugabe's removal. As Zimbabwe grapples with economic challenges, the call for change grows louder, with concerns about political stability and governance reflecting deeper discontent within the country. Meanwhile, following a devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Myanmar, rescue teams from across the globe are working tirelessly to save lives. The earthquake has claimed at least 1,700 lives, with the death toll in neighboring Thailand rising to 18. Now, efforts are underway in both countries, with rescuers detecting signs of life under collapsed buildings in Bangkok. Despite the tragedy, Myanmar's military continues airstrikes, drawing international condemnation. Now, the United Nations and other global leaders have called for a ceasefire to allow humanitarian aid to reach affected areas. And to close off your news for this Monday morning, Public Works Minister Dean McPherson has quite the hands-on visit to Limpopo. Not only did he inspect the much-anticipated 380 million rand Limpopo Provincial Theatre in Polokwane, but he also got behind the controls of a bulldozer. Joined by Premier Poppy Ramathuba and MECs from all 9 provinces, McPherson assessed key infrastructure projects, including the theatre under construction at the Bokopane Malapa Open Air Museum along the R37 between Polokwane and Burgersfort. Now, the 800-seat venue, set to showcase Limpopo's rich arts and craft scene, is expected to be completed by 2026. McPherson praised the progress, and with jobs, culture and development in full swing, Limpopo's future sure does look super bright. So we leave your last bit of news ending on a feel-good note. Let's hope that carries across in the sporting world with Graham.
Thank you so much, Carissa. As always, mixed fortunes in the FA Cup. Let's start with Man City, who fought back to beat Bournemouth 2-1 and secure a record 7th consecutive FA Cup semi-final berth, but lost Erling Haaland to injury in the process. So Haaland scored after missing a penalty before Omar Marmoush netted the winner. So City will now face Nottingham Forest. And meanwhile, Marcus Rashford's double inspired Aston Villa's 3-0 win over Preston, setting up their semi-final clash with Crystal Palace. That one happening on the 26th of April. Now, another massive moment for Argentina in Sevens rugby as they claimed their first ever Hong Kong Sevens crown with a hard-fought 12-7 victory over France in the final at the brand new Kai Tak Stadium. So the World Sevens Series leaders at the moment now extended their advantage to 12 points over Fiji with their 3rd straight tournament win, adding Hong Kong to their Vancouver and Perth triumphs. They are looking on another level this year. Now, speaking of which, the IPL is looking on another level this year, certainly in the run stakes. Nitish Rana's explosive 81 of 36 balls, and then one Nindu Hasaranga's 4 for 35, guiding the Rajasthan Royals to a thrilling 6-run win over the Chennai Super Kings in Guwahati. So the Royals, they posted 182 for 9 before Hasaranga's key wickets halted Chennai's chase at 176 for 6. So both teams now sitting at the bottom end of the IPL table with one win each under the belt. And now finally we round off with our world #1 in tennis, Aryna Sabalenka, capturing her first Miami Open crown with a commanding 7-5, 6-2 victory over Jessica Pegula in Saturday's final. The Belarusian securing her 2nd title of the season after her triumph in Brisbane, bouncing back strongly from her Indian Wells defeat to ensure she didn't fall short again. If anything, quite dominant in this final, certainly that 2nd set. So she has laid down her markers for 2025, and that's a wrap of our sport. Let's get one last catch-up on the roads.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's touch down in Durban, KZN when it comes to your traffic. Northbound congested after the ramp from KwaMashu towards the N2 southbound after the ramp from Umhlanga. Now, delays are expected, so do plan your route accordingly and allow for additional travel time if you're headed out that way. So where we leave your roads, let's have a final check-in with your weather. Now in your weather news, severe weather conditions continue across South Africa with scattered showers and thunderstorms affecting most provinces. Now out in KwaZulu-Natal, they're experiencing the worst weather, prompting the South African Weather Service to issue a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms. Damaging winds, excessive lightning, hail and heavy rainfall leading to localized flooding are expected in the extreme northeastern parts of the province this morning. Meanwhile, the Steve Tshwate municipality in Middelburg and Mpumalanga has warned motorists about potholes and hazardous road conditions, and that is following last week's heavy rains. Before we wrap up, let's check in with that sunrise view of the hour, and this one took my breath away. An absolutely gorgeous one sent through from Centurion from Saihan. Thank you so much for really showing us how the sun is ascending onto the beautiful clouds, just casting that gorgeous, gorgeous golden color. Absolutely beautiful. You can expect a 25-degree high on your side of town, but let's check in with the rest of the country when it comes to their temperatures as you continue sharing your morning view with us.
Absolutely beautiful day. I know some hectic weather in places, so please stay safe out there, especially in KZN. On a much lighter note, right in this moment, I want you to win, because this is the manifestation station, right?
I think that's
okay,
what they
so
call
start manifesting your daily lotto. Why? Because there is a guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot up for grabs this Monday. So what are you waiting for? Go play now, and you could make it rain lots of cash this March.
I
please.
absolutely love it. You have to do the hand movements, especially when you buy your tickets. You could do so now in store. You could head over to the website. That's nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app, not hap. There is cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash, and that is for USSD.
Maybe actually don't do that with the person when you're buying the ticket. It could be a little bit insulting if you throw your money at them like that. Okay, you want to generate good karma when you buy your ticket. Okay, so do it with a smile, and we'll keep all those details up on our social pages so you've got no excuses. Panda Pusher Play Daily Lotto for that guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot today. Oh, good luck. It is kind of payday, so let's add a little bit more onto
yes,
that.
Please,
Compound
a little bonus. Yeah, bonus just for you. I love it.
Now, speaking of compound growth, we really are growing through our show today, so we're going to turn to nature. And one of the coolest ways that we can put back in for the long game, we are talking about the Reforestation Festival, where art and music and planting all combine for the most wholesome, wonderful, and yes, beautiful experience that we don't just get to enjoy, future generations get to revel in that.
And that's the point, right? Yes, please. Also, Lauren Leah, she's still in the building, and she's yet to perform yet another song. One of her latest singles. Had a bit of a listen while we were doing sound checks, and I think that this is my favorite one yet. So brace yourselves for goodness and yes, magic on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I think you could hear my excitement at broaching this particular festival. It's just a magical moment in time that blends music, art, and hands-on environmental action. It's Reforest Fest. I was joking about messing the name up, and of course I had to do it. It's not just another event. It is a movement. It's one of South Africa's most unique environmental festivals, and it's brought thousands together to celebrate sustainability, to plant trees, and reconnect with green energy. Mother Nature, there's a reason why we call her that. And now in its 14th year, incredibly, Reforest Fest continues to grow, proving that conservation can be both impactful and at the same time joyful. And joining us today, a very joyful Michaela Badenhorst, Head of Fundraising at Green Pop, to share what makes this event so special, what's in store for this year's edition, and the incredible legacy it is leaving behind. Michaela, we love you. I know we say it a lot on the show, but we mean it. We get to sit in this incredible gateway where we meet these purpose-driven individuals and organizations that result in movements. Do you feel like a movement?
I feel like a movement. We feel like a movement. It's exciting. It's palpable.
It really is, because you can actually put your hands in the pulp.
Yes.
You can get your hands dirty, your fingernails dirty, you can get practical. Is that why this works so well? Have you been able to distill 14 years down the line why you guys are having the impact that you are?
Absolutely. So my role with Green Pop, I work everything from individuals through to large businesses, and the common thread that people have is that they want a way to get active. People are looking for that. People want to get their hands dirty. And Reforest Fest is such a special way of doing this. We welcome you to join us, help us plant 5,000 indigenous trees at Africa's southernmost forest, and just join us, be part of a global movement. We give you avenues to get active, get your hands dirty, and I think that's what makes it so special. People want that.
It's a connection to nature. It's also a connection to each other in the most beautiful way. And I saw Rob van Vuuren's gorgeous face there. I know there will be some amazing individuals jumping on board for what promises to be amazing. But there's something about doing something now, not for the next generation even. This is for 3, 4, 5 generations. This is outside of space and time. Is there something about that for someone who's experienced this? Do you sit there and think about the long term, or is it about just enjoying the moment? I'm trying to understand this magical balance that this event is able to pull off.
Yeah, it is a wonderful balance. It's definitely beyond me and you. It's beyond the moment. It's an incredible moment. For many people, it's the first time they get their hands in the soil. It's the first time they're planting a tree or being part of this interconnected community that we invite you into. Almost never the last, which is incredible. But the effects are actually, we feel them rippling out beyond us and internationally, and inspiring others around us. So it really is something that we can feel far beyond us, and you can feel that it's something that is rippling, and the motion it's happening. The wheels are turning.
It's inertia, yeah. It's got its own. And the joy here is that you can go out and do it again tomorrow. You don't have to wait until next year as an individual. You can act on this enabling potential immediately. That being said, there's magic in the water in 2025. What can we expect from the Reforest Fest this year?
Okay, there's so much. I could talk about it all day. I'm just gonna say a few things I'm particularly excited about.
I'm happy for that.
So on the musical front, Zolani Mahola is an absolute powerhouse.
Warrior.
So she's taking us in. And we have Grassy Spark. If you've ever danced to them, they are the most fun. Sibusile Kaba, I'm really excited about. Someone who I haven't seen live, Congo Cowboys. Apparently, I've checked them out. They seem like a huge vibe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, excited for that. And then we just have a jam-packed schedule of activities. So we Gone Store doing a trail run. We have Jim Harrington doing yoga for the yogis. We have a Xhosa singing workshop. We have WWF are helping us to facilitate a wine, honey, and chocolate pairing experience in our conservation wine tent to celebrate all of our wonderful conservation.
Glad you mentioned the conservation wine
champions.
tent.
Yeah, you've got to throw that in there. You know, there's really something for everyone, including for families. So we have a whole kiddies lineup, from paper making to wood whittling to movement classes, and for the foodies. So we can't forget the foodies. We have some amazing experiences for them too, and there's an Easter harvest feast which is going to be amazing.
Oh, the timing is just perfect. The stars really have aligned for this. There must be something really cool about going back every year, because you get to see then and there the impact just in the growth of a sapling. But are there moments, maybe even one moment of impact that has really kind of filled your cup back up?
Well, I'm very lucky working with Green Pop on a full-time basis that I get to
Every
go
day.
back. I see the impact every day, literally. But also when you get to, I'm often behind a screen, but when I get to go to our restoration sites and see the impact in the flesh, in the tree, in the bark, as it were, that's really inspiring to us. And every year we watch our audience grow. Reforest Fest has grown from local to national and now to a global audience of attendees. That is just really exciting and something we're very proud of. Yeah, so many milestones to celebrate and 14 years now.
It's incredible, and it's earned. It's not given, it's earned in quite an unforgiving space financially. And I'm saying this to you specifically as someone who has to go and get the money.
Yeah.
It is very difficult because there are literally thousands of organizations leaning on that same pressure point. So it's not lost on me how hard you have had to work. That being said, how can we help you? Where do you need support for the 365 journey, not just on Reforest?
So there are so many ways to get involved and to support the movement as a whole, to support Green Pop, of course, but bigger than us, what we're doing and creating a greener future and a more hopeful future for us all. And if you come to Reforest Fest, we purposefully try to create these pathways where you can meet experts in the field, where you can talk to them in person, attend these immersive workshops, take tips and tricks home with you, meet other NGOs, chat to the Green Pop team. So we purposefully try to say, beyond the festival, how can we have people walk away feeling empowered, joyful, hopeful, and like they can see a next step, you know? It's not just this is incredible. The celebration of arts and culture and connection is amazing, but it is a launch pad and it's just the beginning. So we really have tried to create these active pathways that you can walk away into.
It's a coming of age. It's a strategic network if you're an NGO wanting to have your purpose play out. It's in the bigger picture that the magic is really happening, and you guys represent that in such a beautiful way. We'll keep all of the event details up, and in fact, we'll do another deep dive into what's going to be happening at Reforest Fest. Absolutely, for me, the best way to look at our country is in a dynamic like this. Get active, be practical, live your purpose.
Amazing.
Absolutely love that. And somebody that continues to step into her purpose is Lauren Lee. Yes, she's still in a building. Not sure how she got even more beautiful than before she was on the screen minutes ago. But listen, the talent is something you've got to hear. And here she is with her latest single. It's called No Caption Needed. I'm going to leave it at that. Take it away.
So I will be performing my latest single, No Caption Needed.
My life speaks for itself. Fine dining, so we eat for the wealth. Making Monday fresh, sitting out here in our Sunday best. Sun's out, mom's out, party won't stop till the jam runs out. Relationship goes on a keeper, like new rules do a leaper. It's self-explanatory. You don't need the story. My life speaks for itself. You just see the glory. They do it for the gram, but this is who I am. Less business for the glitz and the glam. Please believe it, the glam life I live it. What you now don't read it. There's no caption needed at all. Please believe it, the glam life I live it. The bucket list I did it. There's no caption needed at all. VIP popping like it's bubble wrap, and I don't need to take pics for the double tap. Style of bracelet, style of excellence. Diamond bracelet, diamond necklace. Too sassy, too classy, I'll teach ya. They can handle my handle, see ya. It's self-explanatory. You don't need the story. My life speaks for itself. You just see the glory. Do it for the brand, but this is who I am. Less business for the glitz and the glam. Please believe
it's the expression on her face that is so sweet. She's like, are these people all clapping for me?
Absolutely.
Are they amazed at me?
Yes, we are.
How do you have a talent like that and remain so unbelievably humble? I mean, she joked earlier about the imposter syndrome. For what, girl? You are amazing. Please put your hands together once again for Lauren Lee. New music out, no caption needed. You know what you need to do? Download. Play all day in your car. That can be your soundtrack for the transition of season.
I love that. Or if you're in the kitchen just cooking up something good, because let me tell you, we're going to introduce you to a 2-ingredient naan recipe.
Oh, wow.
I think I've seen it somewhere on the socials, but never tried it myself, and it's going to change my life. I already know. If I turn into a piece of naan bread, please don't ask me questions.
Would you be garlic naan?
Garlic butter naan. Yum.
And then more from Green Pop ahead of Reforest Fest, the restoration tent. We'll find out more.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It definitely is your feel-good breakfast show, and we're handing out all the feel-good this morning just for you, yes, on this Monday, just to make you feel a little bit better about being alive. Now, this year in particular, Reforest Fest, we're going to continue the conversation, and they're taking its mission even further with an exciting new addition. It's the Restoration Tent, created in partnership with the UNCCD. Now, this dedicated space will bridge the gap between grassroots, environmental action, and global restoration efforts, bringing together experts, community leaders, and festival goers for meaningful discussions, but not only that, meaningful solutions too.
Yeah, we're getting practical this year, and I like the sound of that. And joining us to unpack this game-changing initiative is Zoe Gould-Angelucci, the director of Green Pop itself, who will share how the Restoration Tent is reshaping the way people engage with sustainability and why it's more important now than ever. Zoe, restore us. Restore us all, please.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
And I'm going to extend the same courtesy to you. I love you. We love you. We love Green Pop. We love what you represent. We love your movement. Thank you for doing what you do.
Such a pleasure. And just to say, I'm one of 3 directors at Green Pop, so I don't want to take all the credit. But yes.
Well, for now,
very proud to
looking as powerful as you are.
Thank you. I'll take it for today.
Yeah, please do. Okay, so we spoke about this Restoration Tent. Please, Zoe, tell me more. What is this? How does it go about?
Yes. So as Michaela mentioned, we've been doing Reforest Fest for 14 years, right? And every year we go and we plant thousands of trees, and it's such an exciting way for people to really get practical about environmentalism. But this year, what's very exciting is we're adding this new knowledge hub element into the festival. So instead of it being only about what's happening at that actual event, you're planting your trees, you're actually taking it and saying, how is this contributing towards some of the bigger things that are happening in the world? How is it linked to all of these other organizations and these global goals? I'm not sure if many people know that we're halfway through the UN decade on ecosystem restoration. It's like the whole decade is supposed to be dedicated to that. And so people are actually contributing to that by coming to the festival.
But if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know,
If we're not connecting those dots. So how do we do that? Because I think far often, certainly within the NGO space, we're working against each other, fighting for the same money, all trying to achieve the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is, it just means to me, connect the dots.
Yeah.
How do we do that in the sense? What's practical on the day, and how does that speak to the global vision of where we're going?
100%. Yeah, I mean, at Green Pop, we're really all about collaboration. We don't like competing with other NGOs. We love raising everyone else up. We want to find ways to work together and help each other and find those networks and win-win situations. So at the Restoration Tent, it is sponsored by UNCCD, which is the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. There we go, I got it. And they work on restoration globally. And so they've actually put out a program for people around the world who run restoration projects to come to Reforest Fest and learn how to turn them into a festival of action. So we're hoping that after this event, we're actually going to see these 15 people who are coming to train with us starting their own Reforest Fests all over the world, which is super exciting. And within the tent, the attendees can also learn so much. We are really giving a platform to all of these very experienced people. We're going to have an amazing panel discussion on the Saturday afternoon to talk about the age of restoration and how our work here contributes globally and fits into this big movement. And then on the Sunday, we're actually giving kind of a soapbox opportunity for all of these restoration experts to share their projects.
I'm thinking of the jumping off points to inspire the next person to do this. Maybe music is their thing. Maybe they want to go down the line conservation. Maybe they need the community engagement and it's the CSI that they're looking for. I love the fact that you've got a working model to show them as you educate. They can see how well it works. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's very well put together. I wanted to ask you what you hope that attendees will take away from this experience. I mean, Gray touched on all the different boxes that you can get involved in.
Yes.
What do you hope they will feel when they leave?
Yeah, I hope it just connects the grassroots action to the global goals so that they feel like they can kind of exhale a little bit when it comes to climate anxiety, when they feel like they've actually contributed something that is contributing towards the bigger picture. There are thousands of organizations working on work like this around the world. So it's not as though it's an insurmountable problem, you know, that can't be solved. We know how to solve it. We're working on it, and people can come and join us. And that, I think, just gives you such a sense of peace, where you're like, okay, well, you know what? I'm doing something.
Well, and against this kind of storm of hopelessness in many cases, when the world is so polarized around climate, around energy, around fuel, it feels like we've taken a massive step back.
100%.
And I'm going to leave that conversation.
Yeah.
Can we get personal for a second here? For you, why is this different? 14 years, you've proven yourselves, you've earned the right to be able to sit here and say why this works so well. For you, why are these days so amazing?
I think it's really the combination between the practical and the theory that works so well, because I think you get a lot of opportunities as a person working in this kind of field to go to conferences, and you all sit in a row and you listen to the speaker, and it's very closed off, and you have to pay thousands of rands to go, and it's like, are we trying to get people involved in this? Because it kind of seems like you're trying not to invite me. And so, like, there's that side of things, which is like the very, very kind of closed, higher level, like ivory tower kind of conversation. And then you have other things where it's like, yeah, it's a practical activity that you can go and do, but somehow it's never linked to the bigger picture. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go plant a tree on this thing, and that's it.
What's the impact?
And then you're like, I don't know if that made any difference. So I think this is so wonderful because it bridges that gap, and it shows people like, here's this amazing global movement. Look at all of these amazing people doing this stuff, and now you're one of them.
Wow. Okay, so how can people get involved? Where can I get my tickets? What do I need to prepare? How do I get into it?
Perfect. So the event is over Easter weekend. It is just outside of Stanford in the Overberg. So beautiful drive. Definitely recommend it. Stop at Peregrine along the way, obviously.
Beautiful.
And you can get your tickets on greenpop.org and see our full lineup and see all of the amazing things that you can look forward to.
The kid-friendly spaces.
Yes.
There is a wine area tent.
Why you point at me when you said that?
It was more of like a hold her back kind of a handle. Sorry, I don't know where that even came from. But the bottom line is everyone is invited because it's our playground. It's our green space. We love you guys to say it for like the 100th time today, but we really do mean it. This brings together everything in just the right way, from local local action to global impact. Connecting those dots, the Restoration tent is a bold step toward a more connected and sustainable future.
Absolutely, but the real change happens when the festival ends, when people take what they've learned and actually carry it going forward. So please go ahead and visit greenpop.org for more information and to get yourself some tickets. This sounds incredible and also potentially life-changing.
Yep. I just want to see photos of dirty fingernails afterwards, please. That's what we want to see. To Michaela and Zoe, thank you so much. Please give them lots of love if you see them out there at the fest. We're going to return in just a moment. Yes, we are back in the kitchen whipping up some amazing naan breads. And we've got more performances coming your way. In fact, it's starting to feel a little bit less like a Monday.
I love it. Quick fire questions with our one and only artist in studio. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So please stick around for the spice.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, greeted by two beautiful girlies on a Monday morning. It's a pleasure. We made it so much better for you, didn't we? It is Expresso on S3, and right about now, we're going to get into a wonderful round of quick fire questions. Now, this is a game, as you know, that we'll be asking our artist of the day, Lauren Lee, a few fun but also fast questions. I hope you're quick with the tongue. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, Lauren Lee, let's get into this. Who is your favorite South African rapper?
Okay.
Oh, quick. And yes, I agree. Love that. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
A teacher.
That was quick. I love that. Which genre do you prefer? Jazz or contemporary R&B?
Okay, contemporary R&B.
Why do you say it like that? Because jazz is a close second.
Yes.
Yeah. It's tough. Sometimes they cross over too. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. I get it. What would be your dream venue to perform at? And think big, please. Graham said earlier, this is the manifestation station.
What is that big venue in Australia now?
Oh, the Sydney Opera House.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Okay, I can see that for you. That would be incredible. Am I invited?
You can come. You can be the MC. You can sing along with me.
Girl, yes. Okay, received, got it. Who has been your biggest musical influence?
I always say it is Jill Scott.
Beautiful. Yes. What's your favorite Jill Scott song?
Golden.
Yes. Because live your life like it's golden. Come on. Yes, we want you to sing it.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden.
Golden. Yes, please. Okay, now that you've sang, we're going to make you do it again because we've got to ask, what's your favorite song to sing in the shower? You know the acoustics are good in there.
I don't even know. Do I? I don't sing in the shower.
You don't
That's
sing in the
weird.
shower?
Yes, I know. I'm weird like that.
Oh my goodness, it's only the non-singers that actually sing in the shower because somehow the steam makes it sound like we can sing, you know what I'm saying? Lucian also said, put his hand up and said, it's me. Okay, which artist would you love to collaborate with? Your dream collaboration?
It will be Miss Jill Scott.
Yes.
Jill Scott.
I think she's listening now. Tell
Please
her.
listen.
Jill Scott, thank you.
Thank you
I
for
can see
inviting
that.
me.
Okay, what motivates you to create?
Like I said, my team, if I don't have my team, I don't think I would be able to motivate myself.
Yeah.
Unless I'm with them, to be very honest.
I love it. It takes a village.
It does.
And it puts together a beautiful piece of work, all right? We see them playing the different instruments. We know you use your voice. If you could play an instrument, what would it be, though?
You know, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
I don't think any
No,
of them.
stop it. A triangle even, come on.
Okay, then it will be the drums.
I like that.
I think I'm better on the drums than anything else. I can hold a beat.
Can you dance?
If someone teaches me, an interesting fact, I'm a drum majorette. I've been doing it since school and I've been doing it again this year. Yes.
You picked it up again this year?
Yes, sorry, last year. Yes, so but
Wow,
competing
girl.
this year.
Now, when are we going to see you there, Cape Town Carnival, performing, singing, drummeretting? We need to see this. All right, let's get into it. This is the last question. It's going to be a good one, all right? What is the weirdest thing a fan has ever done or said to you?
Weirdest thing or inappropriate thing.
Could be.
I can't mention it, but I had an inappropriate message on Facebook once.
DM, like in the
yes,
inbox?
in the DMs.
Ish, you blocked them?
I did.
You must.
Block, delete, bye. Finish.
Liberally, block. I love it. I said, producer said, our director said, to the left, to the left.
Yes, to the left.
Thank you very much. I love to see it. My goodness, I can't wait for more from our wonderful artist, Lauren Lee, in the building. What a talent, what a superstar, and what an incredible human being as well. And we're going to build a bit of anticipation because let me tell you, this last song is a showstopper. For now, though, let's head into the kitchen to find out more about this 2-ingredient naan. Great, take it away.
Well, thankfully, I can confirm I can only see 2 ingredients. So we've ticked that box already. And what's a prawn curry without the perfect naan to scoop it up? Well, today we are whipping up a super easy 2-ingredient naan with a flavor-packed garlic and herb topping. Soft, golden, and ready in minutes. Hopefully. Tamina, hopefully ready in minutes. No, it's okay to feel intimidated baking anything, I feel, because things can go wrong if you don't get the basics right.
No, exactly.
Okay, but we are willing to try.
And also, you must always remember that the aunties always say that the first pancake never comes out right.
Thank you, aunties, for saying that.
So it's okay.
Oh, I wish someone had told me that like 15 years ago, okay? Because it's almost you have to fail at the first pancake. So we're hopefully not going to have any failures or flops here because a good naan is ideal, especially for the unctuous, delicious curry that you guys made earlier. That's just calling for something to be dipped.
Yes,
you
the
know?
delicious curry that you can't eat because you're allergic to
prawns. Thank you for compounding my misery and my pain by reminding me. Okay, so we've got a proven dough already, but where would you like to start?
Okay,
you
so
can kick things off.
What we're going to do is, firstly, I must say I've never made this before. So we're just
That's
going
why
with
you had the whole
vibes.
comment about the first flop failure thing and everything.
Exactly,
Okay,
just in
mitigating the
case.
fallout. I get that. No, you're exactly the same as me. It's perfectly fine.
But it's super easy, apparently, because we just take this flour and we add our yogurt.
We did say 2 ingredients, so...
Yeah, so this is the 2.
And easy peasy. What would you say is the pressure point here? What are we worried about happening when you have to approach a bread making something like this, even though it's not a leavened bread?
Yeah.
What makes you scared?
I think what makes me scared, okay, when I was younger, the scariest part was getting all the stuff on my hands. That's like the worst.
A-type personality,
but
yeah.
now you're just like, so exciting, like therapeutic.
It really is. Okay, so...
So I think what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to mix this.
Okay.
Just for the dramatic emphasis.
I like it, seeing as
and
you
then
enjoy it so much. Okay.
Can cut it up in 4, and
Okay.
then we can roll it. So you'll do the heavy work.
Okay,
and I'll do
there
the
for that.
messy
I'm
work.
going to put a little bit of flour down because I think that's what you have to do.
Yes, and we must say that you must wash your hands before you do this.
100%. And we are freakish about our washing and how crazy we are about cleanliness in this kitchen because people are always watching.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you don't, if you make a mistake, they will let you know. You talk about the aunties. The
No,
aunties
exactly.
are always watching,
you know,
we appreciate that.
They told me before that you don't have to use your hands, and I was like, nah, guys. The aunties are going to be upset if I don't use
You
my
took
hands.
exception at that. So am I going to cut this into 4
Yes.
equal parts, eh? Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be equal. You can wing it.
Now you're adding too many variables here. See, I'm not A-type.
You must.
So I will have 20 tiny little things like that and one giant one that'll be their leader or something. I don't know. So just be careful how much freedom you give me in the kitchen.
No, but that's the nice thing about the kitchen is you can be experimental, you can do your thing, like, and everyone's just happy that they get food at the end of the day.
They must be happy.
They can't complain.
With how much effort we've put into the food. Okay, I'm going to roll one of these guys out.
Yes. Oh, and the nice thing about this is that naan doesn't have like a specific shape, you know? Like it's more just, it's like a...
I'm liking it. Ours are going to be triangle.
Yeah.
I like the fact that and what you're saying is absolutely true, that once you've got the basics down, then you must express yourself when you're cooking, because that's where the fun is.
Yeah, but I can see that you've been in the kitchen, because look how you're flouring the rolling pin.
Do
And
you know what that is? Osmosis. Just by standing next to chefs. Critical information
my-
just
a
gets
chef too.
absorbed. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the talking so much, but with the eating.
Yeah,
okay.
it definitely kicks in the muscle memory.
Okay, you can use a lot of flour because it is going to grip there.
Yes,
So let's
and
not...
like also the nice thing about this, like a super hack, is when you're doing this, make sure that this doesn't now stick to your. Usually, just rub your hands with oil, then you start. Then it doesn't stick as much.
We are, and it's the kind of tips and tricks that you pick up from the aunties that make all the difference.
No, exactly.
Because when you're making not just one of these, but like 20 to go with the meal that you're preparing, you can't be stopping every 5 minutes.
No, exactly, because aunties make big pots of food, man. And that was always my goal, is I wanted to be able to make big pots
To
of food.
feed the masses.
Feed
Okay.
the nation.
Okay, so now that we've got our rolled roti,
Yeah, this is super cute, eh?
it's rustic. Okay.
I like it.
It's
Can I get it just
it's
a little
rustic.
bit
Okay.
flatter?
So we got one to work with here. Should we swap places and then you finish this guy off?
No, you're going to do it, man. I'm still
Yay.
busy doing
Okay.
this.
What do I need to do then?
So what we're going to do is that pan is now hot and
Okay.
it's dry, which is perfect.
Right.
So you're just going to
Just some...
toss it in there.
Oh, now this one. Okay, I'm going to do this guy because he's ready.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. Ta-da.
Yeah, now we wait, and then it must just like puff up a little bit, and then the bottom must be a little bit brown. Then you flip it.
Okay.
And that's
it. This is like the easy... I know we've spoken a lot to try and fill the time, but that's really all it is, guys, is a bit of yogurt with our flour mix, roll it out, pop it in. For the dough to prove, would you know how long we had wanted to prove for? How early do we prepare?
I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, I
but
feel like
don't
you
know.
should know it as well.
I mean, when I got the sheet no, with the instructions, it said it takes 10 minutes altogether.
Oh, wow,
So-
okay. But in my world, there's always like an hour and a half, someone else preparing it, and then I steal the thunder with my 10 minutes.
No, but this won't take so long.
Okay, and who did you say wrote the beautiful recipe? James?
James, yes.
James?
Shout out, James. We don't know you, but you were on that sheet and you made this recipe.
You are the guy.
You
You
are.
are down in history.
Our
No, it's actually
strongest
Jay.
soldier.
It's actually Jay, who is one of our standout foodies. Jay Miller, who was very sexily on the show last week. I think a lot of people were reacting to that. Okay, the heat in the kitchen.
You say he's the goat.
He is, he is. No, we steal his thunder every day. He is one of the amazing chefs that informs our culinary journey. Okay, we don't have a spatula, but I'm going to just do a little...
Oh, no. You see, you really are on TV because I'm using
Exactly,
your
you see, it's the asbestos finger evolution. That looks beautiful, and then we've got our beautiful herbaceous buttery sauce to layer in.
Yes, so as soon as that comes out, we don't have a plate, but I can always hold it for you, then you...
With your asbestos fingers.
and then you just rub it over, and then that's it.
Oh, absolutely. You nails. Give me a very dirty high five. Absolutely beautiful, so simple and easy. And my friend, we have created a whole beautiful meal. You've got your curry to go with the naan.
Get away,
Hey,
Greg.
I know. I feel like don't do it. But check out the naan that we have created here. Okay?
Yeah.
Where's the butter? Do you put butter on it?
Yes, so you can. Let's just do it in the pan somewhere one time.
Do
you
it.
know?
Okay, I'm
Because we don't have a...
Oh, beautiful. Okay, while you lather up our naan bread,
Look at that,
let me
guys.
remind you that yes show-stopping performance by our wonderful performer Lauren Lee is still here. It's going to be incredible. If you love Tina Turner, stick around because, wow, I can't wait. And if you love some chard and 2-ingredient naan, this is the one for you, expressoshow.com.
Hey, look at that.
Thank you.
Yay.
I love to see
Now
it.
can we eat?
Yes, please. I was waiting for you to
You
say
guys
that.
can.
Oh, sorry, Jane.
It's the naan.
Yay. That looks exquisite.
Delicious.
Give
Okay,
it a
let's
dunk.
see. Little dunk. Little moment.
I feel like I'm watching Twitch, like a streaming
Is it
platform,
good?
hey?
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
You like that naan?
No, I'm
I
glad.
got up at like 3:30 this morning to come in here and bake those naans for you.
Appreciate your non-sleep. Thank you.
We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. That naan is hitting. Let me tell you this much.
It's all over me.
Delicious. And you could also hit it lucky when you play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot, and that happens this Monday. I got a question though, Gray. What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting to make it rain lots of cash this March.
Yes,
and you have to do the hand signals, but not when you're giving your money to buy your tickets in store. Which you can do. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can go the mobile app route. You can use your cell phone banking platform. Or you can dial *120 *7529# for all the USSD.
I love it. Those details, as well as that 2-ingredient naan, is on our Expresso social media page. So go check it out. Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 650,000 Rand jackpot today. And you could just win a big payday. Come on now.
It's a lot of naan.
That's a lot of naan.
That's a lot of naan. Now, we have been going on about Lauren Lee's performances today, but also her personality. The fact that this incredible human being is still so humble while she just blows us away, takes our breath away, is amazing, and she's going to do it again.
I can't wait, man. Coming up is a great performance by, I heard 2 songs actually, but let's get into it because I want to dance with somebody.
So I'll be doing my last performance of a medley of Dance with Somebody and Tina Turner. Please do enjoy.
When I need you and my heart's on fire, you come to me wild and wild. When you come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak a language of love like you know what it means. Ooh, it can't be wrong. I'll take my heart and make it strong, baby. You're simply the best.
and your gorgeous gentleman behind you. Please take a bow. That was exquisite. What a way to start our week. Thank you so much, Lauren Lee in the house.
Yes, Lauren Lee.
All the best of luck with the new music. No caption required, no caption needed. I think she has underpinned exactly how good she is. So we respond by downloading. Simple as that.
I love that. They do say behind every woman is 5 men playing instruments. So there you have it.
Exactly.
Absolutely love to see it.
Can I flip that script?
You can.
Behind every man are 5 women generally. No, it just often takes 1, okay, to get you going. But I think a lot of us are feeling a bit weird today.
Yeah.
5 years since we went into lockdown.
Sure.
5 years, almost to the day. Now, I know this because the day after we went into lockdown, Lindsay, myself, and Jack were gifted that exact thing. A young lady that propels me every single day. Happy birthday, my baby girl. Oh, it's George's 5th birthday, my little lockdown baby. She is all kinds of fire. She is so challenging, and that's exactly who she has to be. You are so inspiring to me every day. She isn't old enough to understand how much she gave me in my own physical journey and how she saved me from the worst pain imaginable at such a critical phase of my life. She was strapped to me for the first year of her life, and it literally saved mine. Lindsay, you're an amazing mother, and that's proven in her every single day. Jack, you're an amazing big brother who stands up and is there for his little sister every day. But Georgia, it's a tough world out there, so don't let go of that fire. Baby girl, you're amazing, and you inspire me every single moment. I love you, and I can't wait to give you a big cuddle in
happy
about
birthday,
10
Georgia.
minutes. And then
Happy Eid Mubarak to everyone celebrating. My goodness, please, I'm going to come to you for that barakat very soon, don't you worry. But we hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day celebrating with your loved ones, your families, and of course, the conclusion of a beautiful month of observation and clarity. So I'm wishing you all the best for the rest of 2025.
Nothing but love. We'll see you all over again tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Mwah. Adios.
Bye.
Living my life like it's golden.
Another feel-good production.